We no, it's whenever we have music, any level of music, it gets okayed pretty much everywhere. But I get a notification that's like not allowed to be played in North Korea, Iran, Syria.
The place where the arts are not appreciated.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess.
Well, what kind of music do they cut?
We don't usually have music on here, but the last one we did was the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
it was like a while ago.
Yeah,
You'd think that'd be their national anthem
in North Korea. Yeah, absolutely, right?
Just do that to see who gets.
We were wrong. It was Japan's.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why, because they don't like Japan.
That could be it.
Though Mortal Kombat was an American thing, so.
But wasn't it a Japanese game?
No,
it wasn't a Japanese game.
No, it was like one of the first American video games.
Well, that's probably why North Korea.
Was it really? No,
yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes. Mortal Kombat was like filmed they filmed it here. They did everything it was from Midway, which is out in Chicago. The Midway Games.
I thought it was like Konami or something.
Yeah, I thought also thought Konami.
No, Midway. Midway did a bunch of other like hot games because that was like Sega Genesis days.
Did Midway also do Earthworm Jim?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think maybe. I don't know.
We could only afford one, so I had Super Nintendo. I didn't get the Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis. Yeah, we had
Super Sega.
Well, my grandma had the NES, and then we also had the SNES.
Okay.
Super. We had the one that you like had to flip it up and like slide the cartridge in like horizontally and push it down.
Mm-hmm.
So we like had that, and then my brother had the Genesis.
I remember the day we went to Sears with my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother to buy the regular Nintendo with the power pad and the gun.
Oh yeah,
right. So it was Super Mario, Duck Hunt, and Track Meet.
Yep.
Oh, Track Meet.
Yep.
Track Meet. Yeah.
I forgot about that game.
Oh, dude, you just kind of pedal on the pad like really, really fast. Yeah.
I want to go back and learn how. Not go back. Stay here. I want to learn how the gun worked on the like those like CRT. Like, how does that shit work?
Oh, magic.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, there's got to be an explanation.
There was a little digital gnome in there, and when you aimed it at the ducks, the gnome was like, "Score."
Nailed it. Yeah. Got it.
I remember. So it was around that. So I saved up all of my all the tortilla money, right? So my mom used to send me to the market. Hey, go bake up this, and left 25 cents here, 30 cents there.
Oh,
just been saving up for forever.
Tortilla money.
That stupid vest so that you can feel what's
going
on.
Yes.
Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
So I spent all my money to get that dang vest, and all it did was just
vibrate.
Generally
at the
vibrates.
wrong time. I was so stubborn too. I was like, "No, this is the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever."
It's so good. It's so worth my money. I'm so happy I bought it.
So glad I wasted my money on this.
That's awesome. I always wanted the Power Glove.
Power Glove.
That was like a little. It was very niche, but I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it's like a Nintendo controller, like on your hand.
Oh yeah.
And it was like a fucking glove that you wore.
You had the control buttons in your fingers, right?
And like on it too.
No, by the time I saved up enough money for that, it was time to buy Super Nintendo.
Probably at that point. What were those running? They were like $50 too, or $60 right at the time. That's crazy to think.
Fuck yeah, probably back then. Yeah,
because I remember buying the Nintendo 64 for $99.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's $100.
Was it really?
Comes with one controller and one game. You got Mario 64.
It was like Mario 64. I think I bought mine with Pokemon Snap.
Oh, okay. Did you get the Pikachu controller? The yellow one?
No. I wanted it so bad. One of my friends got it, but then I at some point in time I traded it in and got like a PlayStation. I was like, fuck PlayStation, and went back to the Nintendo again. And I got like the clear, like the semi-clear, like blue one or whatever it was, or green or something like that.
Those are the high roller controllers, man.
What's up?
Those were ballers.
The high roller, the baller controllers.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were royalty in my neighborhood if you had that.
You know, baby.
They had that clear green one, the clear purple one.
Yeah. And maybe red or blue or something like that.
They had solid red, solid blue, solid gray.
The black
one. I'm trying to remember what the other see-through one was.
I just had the regular gray one.
The gray one, yeah.
Just all sad and stained and
stained.
It gets all
all dirty,
all smudged and dirty.
Clean it.
No, I was a kid. What are you talking about?
You say you cherish that shit.
Wear and tear.
I did.
On that.
That $100.
Those were battle wounds, my friend.
Battle wounds.
I ended up selling mine for $100 too.
Ugh, I am so regretful for like getting rid of that. I wish I would have kept it.
I don't even know what happened to my stuff.
I said it. I sold it all back to GameStop at some point in time.
Oh, painful.
Dude, looking back at it, I'm like, man, what a waste.
The amount of time that I spent on Ocarina of Time.
Dude, 100% that game. What are you looking up?
Oh no, my sister sent me. She's doing a trail run, mud run.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Tough Mudder?
I don't know what it is. It's just like the Colorado Springs trail run, mud run.
Wait, what's it saying in the top right? Or top left?
Colorado Springs 2022.
Oh. All right, never mind then.
Your sister's in Colorado Springs?
Yeah.
What's she doing out there?
She lives there.
Mud running.
Don't know why. I don't know why.
She's at the Olympic Training Center.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's like the only thing there in meth. It's like,
And weed.
yeah.
Oh yeah, weed, yeah.
They got weed there.
Once they legalized weed, everyone was like,
Ah,
It's
this
not
is
fun
lame.
anymore.
Yeah.
We need to do meth.
We need harder shit.
We need meth now.
We get meth laced weed. Let's go.
So
But yeah, I told her about the poop experience and not to open her mouth when she runs through the water portions.
okay, I feel like this needs.
what?
Yeah, you need to elaborate on this. What the hell are you talking about?
Am I forgetting something?
Yeah, when the one time that
Oh.
you did the mud run or
Oh,
where the fuck it was?
yeah. When I did the mud run and I got
Dysentery.
no, I didn't get dysentery. This isn't the Oregon Trail. No, I got hepatitis.
Hepatitis.
Yeah, I turned like I got Hep A,
Bro, what were you doing in that water, bro?
heroin.
Yeah, obviously.
It was in Colorado Springs. It was out in the middle of Iowa. No, Hep A is the like just general inflammatory inflammation of your
What happens when
liver.
you get feces water in your mouth?
I don't know.
Not necessarily.
The story
It's
seems
a-
pretty suspect.
It's a bacterial thing.
Uh-huh.
Hep C is the like needle one.
And B is the.
I don't know what Hep B is.
Anal one.
I think so.
Sure. No, A. That's A.
Oh,
A is
sorry.
that
Yeah,
one.
you're right. Yeah. Well, B could be butthole.
Well, that's not medical.
Hep B.
I was Hep B.
Hep
I was not Hep B to get it. That's for sure. Because I was in the hospital for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Don't drink poop water, guys.
I was down at
So what happened exactly? So you jump in, swallow water?
no, I don't know.
He took a sip.
Yeah, I was like 3 miles in. I'm so
chocolate
thirsty.
milk.
No, we were. So I did the race.
Okay.
Now I'm not 100% sure, but that this is like where I got it from. But it's the one that makes the most sense timeline wise. So I did this race, whatever, and it was like maybe like the weekend afterwards. I was down with my girlfriend at the time, like her sister's house or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling super good, but like I don't feel sick, so like I wasn't quite sure what was going on. I was just like really tired, like real lethargic, and like I went to bed, woke up the next morning, and I was like, man, I feel awful, like I'm so tired, like what is happening? And I went to the bathroom and I was like, my eyes were yellow,
Oh, shit.
and I was like, I got jaundice. I'm like, that's not good. And I was like, hey, we need to go back home and I need to go to the hospital. And she was like, why? I'm like, anything about my appearance look a little bit off to
Probably
you?
shouldn't have yellow eyes.
Whatever.
Her not noticing was probably a pretty good indicator that things weren't going well.
Well, we didn't date for much longer after that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just, we'll stay there. But we hold on. So
yellow eye is not a good indicator of health.
yeah, it's not a great indicator. Yeah. So we got home, went to the hospital, and the hospital had no idea what was going on. So at this time, like I like just kind of started working out, and I was on the whole like dirty bulk journey. So they were just like, so what type of drugs are you taking? And I was like, I'm not taking any drugs. Like, I wish I was. Also, I wouldn't be nearly as like thick boy as I am at that point.
Yeah. It's called hepatitis. You ever heard of it?
Yeah. I'm like, well, come on. So like, had to do all this like battery of tests, and they had no idea what it was. So they thought I had like kidney stones, and they thought I had gallstones, and like had to do all this shit. For them to be like, I don't know. No. Like you got liver issues, but we don't know what's causing it. Oof. And then like it started to go away, and they're like, "You're free to go." Like, cool, you're good.
This is why I'm anti-hospital, bro.
So,
Vicks.
Well, because
Vicks and Sprite.
I needed some Sprite and some Vicks on my feet, and I would have been good. And maybe a little Windex somewhere. And they
it's like Greek shit.
Yeah, some Greek shit. So they it wasn't until later, like I went to do like a follow-up visit, and the lady or one of the nurses was like, she was like, you might have mono, or no, yeah, mono. She's like, you might have gotten mono, and so they like did the test for it, and I was like, yeah, I ended up testing positive for mono, and so I guess mono at like older age, like when you're older,
Uh-huh.
doesn't necessarily just make you all like sleepy and shit. Like it can have like other effects. And so for me, it affected my liver. But then come to find out that like there was more people within that race that also got sick.
Oh fuck.
So there's other people that were having like liver issues. So
you all got mono.
we were yeah.
So you all
And
just kissed it.
that was
What was
the
going on
after
in the
that was the
water? I'm telling
after
you.
race like
Yeah.
makeout session that we all had.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so then I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to do a race again. And then like literally like a couple weeks later, there was a Spartan race in the same area. And when they were like digging the holes and doing all that stuff, they like churned up a bunch of poison ivy into one of the like things of like water.
Oh shit.
So like heats are starting to go, and they had to like shut down the race and send a bunch of people to the hospital because everyone was getting like poison ivy like in water, like all over them, in their mouth and their eyes, like. So I was like, never doing one of these things again.
Fuck that.
What's even what's worse than those races is that what are those
Like the color run ones.
those game shows, the Japanese ones, Extreme Challenge or whatever it is.
Those are
MXC?
amazing.
MXC.
Yes.
So Wipeout. My a really good friend of mine, he did Wipeout, and he ended up in the hospital with a broken rib and a punctured lung.
I believe that.
Yeah, he said it was the worst experience of his life. He shows up, he's like, I'm here to have fun, put on a good show. Hopefully my son, like appreciates this and stuff like that. Signs, like 1,000 pages of forms, obviously. And they're just like, go.
They're
He
like, have
gets
fun.
Beat to crap, dirt in the eye, hypothermia, you name it. He's dying, pulls himself out of the water, and then he's like, you know what, I'm just going to go get some lunch and relax. And they're like, no, sir, you got to go home. You're done. He's like, no, I'm getting my damn lunch. I almost died. And if you know him, it's even funnier to hear him tell a story. But he had to fight for his lunch. And then, of course, ends up in the hospital for like for like a week or so.
Jesus.
Just
Hell yeah.
beat to crap, man.
Well, there's no part of that show that looks like it's a
No.
casual experience. Like
Zero.
you're watching people get like punched, like surprisingly, like launched into the air.
Yeah.
I know, but what's so funny about it is that every
Ragdolling.
time I watch it, I'm just like, I'd pass that.
I 100% would still do that if they were like, "Hey, we have a wipeout race." I'm like, "Sign me up. I'm going to do that."
We're in.
Yeah. My insurance pretty okay right now. I'm like, I got this.
As long as it's not in Colorado Springs, then we're good.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what?
Yeah.
Head
No
day.
poop water.
Or out in the middle of nowhere,
Iowa.
Illinois.
Yeah. Iowa or Illinois?
I did it in Illinois.
Okay. You said Iowa earlier.
Well, yeah, because like heroin and meth.
Got it.
It's like a very Central America,
New Mexico.
like Middle America thing. Well, meth is New Mexico for sure, and then like the entire middle of the country.
I have a question.
Let's go for it.
Are we recording on the right mics?
Yes,
Okay.
we should be.
Oh,
God help us.
what does that mean?
Well, the last episode, at some point in time, it like
15 minutes in.
it flipped and went to the microphone from the computer, and it sounded real shitty.
It's because like the computer actually like restarted.
Yeah, it turned off.
Yeah.
It's a very old computer that pretty much exists
So I
solely
just-
to do
I
this.
just want to make sure as we're about to get into the nitty gritty of this, all,
What's the nitty gritty
all
of this?
Yeah, what is
audio
it?
is clear.
You guys
Oh.
gonna introduce me?
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, the important part of who we have on today.
Go for it.
It's not even that important.
So you guys are going to hear a third voice. It's a very lovely voice. It's a very
Sensual.
sensual,
Central.
brown sugared voice of
Aw.
Mr. Jimmy Lujan.
Yo.
How are you today, Jimmy?
I'm doing great. Yeah, pretty fun day. Was on a movie set.
Hell
doing
yeah.
Dumb things that are really dumb, and now I'm here. So
It's always fun
Wait,
to be on a dumb
got some
movie set.
Chick-fil-A. So
Is it like a movie or
Yeah.
like a big production movie?
Yeah. So a client of mine is just needed some help on one of these sets. So
You ever heard of Steven Spielberg?
No,
It's not him.
It's not him.
I have. Really?
He's the next Spielberg.
Yeah.
The next Spielberg.
It's Jimmy
But-
Spielberg.
Pretty good day. Just
Yeah,
got
right.
to hang out by the beach. Granted, it was the water treatment plant, but
Was it really?
yeah, it was.
Wait, there's a water treatment plant out here?
Mhm.
Is it a desalination place?
No,
No.
it's like wastewater
Yeah,
management.
sewage
Yeah,
treatment, yeah.
Cool.
It's
cool.
in El Segundo.
yeah. So it's I guess they call it Playa del Rey.
Yeah.
So across the street from Dockweiler.
Beach.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of nice. You're like, I get there and I'm like, hey, this is gonna be great. So
By the
it's-
beach.
Yeah, by the beach, cool breeze. Hanging out.
Dirty water.
Smells like ass.
Yeah, just
Poop water.
poop water
Yeah.
and mosquitoes.
Check your kidneys later on.
Yeah, you might have dysentery.
you might have. Yeah, you actually might have dysentery.
Zika.
Oh,
Get
God,
a-
the
get a
Zika
reason
virus?
just for Zika. Yeah.
Good God.
That might be a bad joke to make.
I don't know. Is Zika still the thing? I don't know.
I mean, sure, if you're in like Central Africa,
Well, we're not. So
you're, yeah, sure. And you're not pregnant, so you're okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
But it's just as hard on me as it is on her, and you guys have to know that.
I understand your emotions and feelings.
I understand your plight. There's this comedian who was like, he was like, he's like, I recently transitioned over to being a like stay-at-home dad. He's like, and he's like, you're right. It is a lot of work to like, handle the kids, help with school, like do the chores around the house and stuff. He's like, but I got to say one thing. It's not that hard. He was like, my day's pretty awesome. He's like, I don't know what you ladies are complaining about.
Oh, I bet that was received well.
I mean, the crowd laughed.
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh. No, it's the hardest thing ever.
Heroes.
Heroes. Yeah. Stay-at-home dads are heroes.
You're
Stay-at-home
correct.
parents are heroes.
Yeah, there you go, parents.
Yeah.
Dude, I want
You want to be
I want to be a sugar baby
Sugar
so
baby?
bad.
Yeah.
And God, I need Marissa to get her shit together.
Fuck.
No, here's what you do, right? So you got
Tell me.
You got Pumas, right? Those are like the 30-somethings that are, taking care
Oh,
of the
I was
younger
like, the
guys.
shoes?
Yeah, I was like,
No.
hold on. Where are we going with the shoes?
Yeah.
Then you got your Cougars, right? What are they, like 40s, 50s?
What?
Sure.
What's above that?
Silver
Saber-tooth.
Saber-tooth.
You got to go straight for saber-tooth. They're about to die, and they just need someone to cuddle with. And you just hope that they just leave you in that will. You know what I mean?
Just a little something. Just break me off a little something.
Yeah. It gets a little,
Yeah.
life's a little tough during that time, but suck it up.
Just
And
pull a Anna Nicole Smith and call it a day.
Oh my God.
how come you can't do it in reverse?
You
Like-
can.
You can.
Really?
Sure.
One dude that's done it.
I mean, see, they did it right.
Yeah.
They went unknown. They didn't make a scene about it.
Yeah.
Genius. Didn't even think about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The less you know.
The less you know, the more you gain out of those saber-toothed women. I don't know how I feel about that distinction, but I get where you're going.
Yeah.
I like the saber-tooth. I like it.
But it's like
They're on the
I've
way
never heard-
out.
I've
It's
never
almost prehistoric.
I've never heard puma before, so that's a new one. But like,
Yeah,
It's a
Puma's
younger
really pretty
cougar.
too.
it would be an older cougar.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
cougar's up here. Yeah, and then saber-tooth's beyond that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm
What's
tracking
a cheetah
again.
then? Was there a cheetah?
We might as well add that.
Okay. So like, okay, so
Cheetahs
like,
are fast, so
That's like a punk rock grandma.
okay, I'll take that.
okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like lived
I was-
a little edgy lifestyle
I was
early
thinking
on.
like
Has
a
a couple
college girl
tattoos.
with money, like comes from money. It's probably like a cheetah. Right?
No,
Young
take-
and
you know what?
fast.
Yeah.
Young and fast women. It's cheetah.
sure.
Yeah.
What
Young
is
and
this
fast.
turning into?
Cheetahs,
I don't know.
cougars. No, cheetahs, pumas, cougars, and saber-tooths.
All right.
This is the hierarchy.
Yeah.
of-
This is where we're at. I
Sure.
took this in just the wrong direction. So, all right. My name is Jimmy.
Let's start again. You're banned from a gym.
Yeah.
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 I'm
And
banned from a gym, and I own my own gym, and that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride for the last 11 years.
That's crazy.
that's why you started it.
Yeah.
You're like, I got banned from the one, so I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do my
I'm
own.
gonna make my own gym.
I'm gonna make my own gym.
kind of actually. Now that you say that,
Hey, I'm discovering a bunch of new things today.
and I'm gonna let them celebrate in the parking lot if they want to. God damn it.
Have you ever been to Synapse?
Synapse, I have not.
he was supposed to go. So this guy's out there, right? I make a referral. He's out there to quote one of my clients. 5 minutes from the gym, and I'm like, hey, I'll hang out here. Just stop by, say what's up, check out the place. No.
Wow.
And I even asked him, hey, would you like to join me for lunch? He actually said no. When has he ever turned down lunch?
This is true. I don't turn down lunch.
And you bitch about somebody else never inviting you or willing to go hang out with you.
That's true.
Damn.
That's true.
It
Damn,
hurt.
Eric.
I'm not going to lie.
I believe it.
I was by myself at the Whole Foods Smokehouse bar and just,
What?
yeah.
What fancy ass Whole Foods are you going to?
What Whole Foods are you not going
All
to?
the Whole Foods. All the Whole Foods have little restaurant, bar, wine tasting eateries
Yeah.
inside.
Do they? I don't normally go to Whole Foods.
Oh,
Where do you
sorry.
shop?
Erewhon. Duh.
I was gonna call you broke.
What am I,
bitch,
poor?
I heard at Erewhon you have to like pee in the plants. Like,
Well, you got to get. Well, yeah, you have to make your
But
donation.
you have to buy their water.
You
So
have-
you hydrate and then pee in their plants.
Yeah, you got to make your donation back to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Never been to that store. What's it like?
You also have to
It's
wipe
fine.
off your deodorant before you walk in.
It's actually not. It's you know what? Funny enough, it's actually not that bad. They have they like it's like it's Whole Foods essentially.
I don't believe
A
you.
little bit better in some instances because I do like the idea that you can like they have like just bulk shit that you can like bring in your own containers and like fill up, which is kind of cool.
Costco.
No, Costco does not do that.
Sells bulk shit.
Well, it sells stuff in bulk, but like you could like bring containers and like fill up your own stuff. So that's kind of nice.
Shopping cart. Bring your own container.
Okay, you're done. So, but like prices aren't overtly extreme, but they do have stuff that is like unbelievably priced stuff,
Like butter.
Like butter. Milk was a weird one where I was like, how is it like $20-something for a gallon of milk?
Well,
Which
is it raw
insane
milk?
to me? Yes, that's what it is.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Is it animal milk or human milk?
Well, it depends on how well you know the people there.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm excited that I may be able to just stock up on breast milk soon.
You should slang it.
I'm gonna sling breast
should
milk.
slang
No,
All the bodybuilders.
Yeah.
no, not the breast milk, the colostrum.
Okay.
That's where it's
What
at.
the fuck is that?
You're welcome. I probably taught a bunch of people a new thing today.
Gonna have to Google that one.
No,
Colo-
my
colostrum?
doula talked about colostrum, so I'm all good. Oh, we have
Yeah.
a doula, just so you guys know.
But not Abdullah.
No,
But not Abdullah or Kareem Abdullah-Jabbar. We've already established.
Yeah, I learned what a doula was today.
It kind of, yeah. Yeah, doulas are cool.
It's a pregnancy buddy.
It's essentially, yes.
Yeah.
it's funny. I mean, I don't care. I'll tell anyone anything. You know, people can try to make fun of me or call me names. I'm just like, whatever. I don't really care. But yeah, out here, I mean, I think a lot more people a little more apprehensive about it, or they think it's kind of weird. But
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I
don't get
can't
it.
see why having extra support would make it weird.
It's like a very normal thing in like back in the Midwest. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the friends that I've known or that I know that have had kids were like almost everybody has had a doula.
yeah,
I
have
know
a
some
couple-
doulas.
I have a couple friends in North Carolina. All have
Yeah.
had doulas, multiple home births, stuff like that. And out here, everyone just looks at you like crazy.
We've lived here our whole lives. Has that always been a thing or never been a thing, a doula? Because I've never heard of it till now.
I don't think they're as popular as like you would think, but they've always been around.
Is
Yeah.
it midwife the same thing?
No.
No.
So the midwife actually delivers the baby.
Got it.
Doulas are just there to coach.
Got it.
So
Okay.
if you get a midwife, usually you're going to be like a birthing center. You do an at-home birth. They usually do have a good amount of medical training, though.
Yeah, they're
have all
usually like nurses.
you know, nurses. They have all, you know, they bring over like complete kits, everything to
Right on.
monitor things like that. So
I
Yeah,
feel like that's also not a thing here.
midwives.
Yeah.
Midwives are definitely like they're definitely out here because it's kind of more akin to like people get lumped into like more like the hippie people. We'll do like midwives because they're like, oh, it's a natural home birth.
Got it.
Or do like water bath births and shit.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah.
You think if the baby is birthed in the bath, they won't succumb to waterboarding when they're older?
You know,
it also takes them longer to potty train.
Does it really?
I don't know. I'm just making it up. Obviously, come on. What are you talking about?
That wouldn't have been fun.
because you know what? Maybe
They're
I
just
don't
used
know.
to being wet. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They actually all grow up to be either Navy SEAL
Navy SEALs.
divers or
Water sports
water sports enthusiasts.
participators.
Yeah. Extreme.
No, not the water sports you're thinking of.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the collective. Oh,
That's definitely Hep B, right? Hep C?
it's whatever you want it to be. It's a little bit of all of it, probably. Well, they all lead into one at some point.
It's Hep something. Well, there can be a new Hep.
Yeah, figure it out.
But yeah, no.
Hep C, but it's SEA.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
Um.
I see what you did there.
All right, done.
God damn it.
What were we getting at?
Oh,
we were still introducing Jimmy.
Oh yeah, we're still introducing me.
And how he's banned from a gym and how he created his own gym to
Oh,
combat
yeah.
the gym banning.
Husband of friend of the show, Becca.
Yeah. I mean, he's also a friend of the show.
Well, also friend of the show,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to jazz it up a little bit. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, that's a correlation.
Yeah.
So guys, everyone out there listening in Ukraine and South Korea, I don't know.
South Korea for sure.
okay,
Sure,
South Korea
absolutely.
For
Yeah.
sure. I've
Not
been
those
trying
guys in the north. You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to get on the show since the beginning, but everyone's a little nervous to have me on because no one knows what I'm going to say. But I promised everyone I'm going to keep it super clean.
I'm just
no
gonna light-
controversies.
I'm just gonna light
no
fires.
controversies.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm just lighting fires.
you know,
Like I said, we're not beholden to anybody other than ourselves.
Ourselves, yeah.
yeah, that's true. Too.
Unless we don't, if we're not burning ourselves, we're fine.
So, yeah.
But so running a gym for 11 years. Kind of fell into that, and here I am. It's really weird. There's not much to it. It's kind of a weird.
Because when did you affiliate?
2011.
So, I mean, you're one of the earlier gyms.
Yeah,
Were-
I think
did
we're
you-
the third one in the valley.
Did you get invited to the 10-year plus?
No,
Like
I hit my
affiliates?
10 years right after
After
the burning down of CrossFit.
after they did
essentially.
that?
Yeah. So now I'm just kind of like, they just kind of forgot about me. And I've had about 3 or 4 other regional affiliate managers reach out to me. They're just like, hey, I'm your new affiliate manager. I'm like, what does this mean? And the next response I get is, hey, I'm your new affiliate manager. So
Jesus.
I'm just hanging out, doing my thing. And
Well, maybe that'll change now that they have CrossFit has a new CEO now.
they have a new CEO.
He's a Marine, right? No, Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it in the military, baby.
Dude, I know nothing about what CrossFit HQ is doing. I never.
Greg Glassman's back.
I
is he
wish.
really?
No.
Oh, man, stop playing with me.
Castro's back.
Castro's back.
Yeah, whatever.
The one good part about old CrossFit.
The programmer's back.
Well, I don't actually. No, he has no. That's all Nicole Carroll now.
Oh,
I think. Or no. Yeah. No,
so
it's Boz.
what
Boz is the head of the games.
so what is Castro's role?
He is the for training, right? CrossFit training for the level 1 and 2s and stuff like that.
Oh,
So I think he's
All the education
he's
stuff?
overseeing
Okay.
the educational stuff.
nice.
All right.
I think.
Dude, I have, like I said, I have zero clue of what the hell goes on with CrossFit HQ, what goes on with CrossFit in general. I've just kind of my whole style has always been to kind of keep my head down and just, I do what I do. And
Run
for
your
some
own facility.
reason, yeah, not take it too seriously. It's just working out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We don't have to get too crazy about it.
Serious.
It's the revolution of fitness.
Oh
So
my God.
Our
serious.
workout is
Your
warm up is their workout. Okay.
I know we have to have shirts that say these ridiculous slogans like,
Amen.
you warm up with us, you will be dead. And, when you're dead, it's a lot worse than when you were at your global gym doing things. It's like, what? Dude, just
Man.
put CrossFit on your shirt. It's fine. Like, everyone
We
knows that.
already know what cult you're a part of.
Yeah.
The
pretty much.
I actually, you know what? I should hit up Maggie and see, because she's doing some work with CrossFit, and be like, what the fuck is happening right now? Because
What is she doing? Because I see her posting all the time. Like, she's very interactive with it.
she's doing something with she works with CrossFit,
Okay.
like
Really?
HQ, but I'm not 100% sure of what it is. Not
Not
the one that
different
you know.
one. Whoa.
Oh, a different one.
Yeah.
Well, I wish they would have reached out to me. I mean, I've been paying them for 11 damn years.
Well, that's half the problem.
Yeah.
Like early on, they would do shit.
Yeah.
Now they just hate you.
I think it's other. I don't know. The CrossFit community is weird now.
It is super
Yeah.
weird.
I feel like it started. The way it started was a lot of fun. Everyone was really cool, and then I just looked up one day and everyone's really strange. People take offense to just about everything. I was like, okay. I was like, this isn't. I don't know how I'm surviving in this world, but I remember when we first started CrossFit. It's probably like 2009, 2010. And I went to Vegas with my cousin. Dropped into a box out there. We were still using the term box. I don't say that anymore. Met some people. They were all super excited that we're from California. They're like, hey, come meet us over here. We're security and we bounce at this one club. Just come talk to us. We'll let you write it. And they actually did. It wasn't like, when you go to Vegas and all your friends have a hookup and you're on a list and you still have to wait.
And you still have to wait
for
4
9
hours.
and pay $500. No, they took us in, showed us a good time. Next day we met up with them again. They took us all these different places, and it was just like that. And then all of a sudden, I feel like out in the valley where I'm at, just every gym started to kind of hate each other.
Well, when you don't have right, so the whole beginnings of it was like the Glassman's libertarian concept of the best will survive, the other ones will die off, and so having no setup or limitations on proximity to other gyms, it became super competitive. Especially when I first came out here, I mean, there was
fucking one
there's
on every
a
corner.
bajillion gyms.
Yeah.
Just within the West Hollywood where I originally when I first moved here, I was like, there's 4 or 5 gyms just in West Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how is this even possible? This is insane. Now most of them are gone at this point, but like,
It's kind of sad, actually. I kind of like, over the years, I've had my in and outs of the CrossFit, or just in and outs with the gym industry in general. Like, be like, hey, I just want to get out now, go do something else, or go back, use my degree for something, go get a job, right? Any of those things. And right before COVID, which is kind of funny, right before COVID, I was probably more on the way out than I've ever been. I was thinking about shopping it around, maybe just leaving it to one of my members, actually. Thought about that. And just going to go do something different. And I don't know, going through, like, once the COVID, lockdowns came in, I just got pissed. And I was like, nah, fuck that. No one tells me what to do. Y'all can go F yourselves and kiss my ass. And I was like, I'm staying open, and, did that. I think, I don't know.
Allegedly
Allegedly stayed open. Had underground classes, and just strengthened my resolve, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I was pissed and just wanted to make it through. Now that we're through, I'm like, maybe it's time to get You're like, no, I'm kidding. Now it's funny. So coming out of COVID, what's really funny is there are a lot of people that kind of came up to me, and I tell this to Becca all the time. Every time I just get a little discouraged, or I'm just kind of done with it all, you get this one person that kind of comes up to you and is like, hey, Jimmy, like, I just want to thank you for sticking around or doing this. Like, you have no idea what this meant for me or my family or whatever. And I'm like, damn, really? And I'm like, I've been mean to you this whole time.
You're like,
I don't even like you.
I was trying to lower my membership.
I was trying to get out of this shit.
God, you guys just keep pulling me back in. Stop, But, then, it's just one of those weird things.
It's that weird feel-good feeling. You're just like, like, I'm just doing this, but somebody comes up to you and you're like, yeah, like, you helped me or you changed me. And it's just like, well, fuck. All right.
Now
I'll keep doing it.
Yeah. And, obviously that's one of those things. You're not supposed to get, you can't get that kind of appreciation like every day. It's unrealistic. Just that when you do it, it's really crazy. It just really changes your whole, perception of what you've been doing day to day. Where, sometimes, getting up is a chore, getting there is a chore, going over cleans for the umpteenth time is a chore, or whatever you got to do. But then, hey, Jimmy, like, you have no idea what you did for my self-esteem, or this gym and these people are my only friends, or, it's crazy, but it makes sense, and that's what it was for me too. Like, when I started CrossFit, I out of college, was pretty much on the way out from the engineering firm that I was working for, and I go to the gym. Everyone's really cool, and all of a sudden I had like friends. Only I wasn't going out drinking. I was going to work out, hang out
eating
there.
your paleo bars.
Hey, I make bomb paleo bars, bro.
Hey, I'm not dissing it. No, that's like what we said. We've talked about like training before, and it's like it only like what you said. It makes it worth it when you get like those like random, well, not random, but like the every so often like compliments or like affirmations of like, oh, that's like the reminders of why you did it, because it's super easy to like, you've been in the gym business for 11 years. Like, that's a long time, and that's super impressive, by the way. Whether people are aware of it or not, like, for a CrossFit gym to stick around for that long is like,
and through the pandemic
is like, that's big, that's massive. That's super, super impressive, and just goes to show, like, one, the community that you've built, or that you guys have built, but then two, like, the gym as a whole, and like how people like view you and respect you. So that says a lot.
What's so funny about that, is I've always talked to people about this, and they always go, hey, the way you run the gym, it's not a good, like, it's not good. You can't really scale it up. You need to kind of bring in, better business practices or better systems to cover a lot of these things. You can't do things this way or the way you do them, and so on and so on. And what's funny is, as true as that may be in terms of, scaling for, monetary reasons, I think what got us through the pandemic and got everyone sticking around was the fact that I was always around kind of doing things that way. So I was able to establish these relationships with everyone. I talked to everyone. I know everyone's name in that dang facility. I still make even though I don't have to anymore, I still make sure I'm there a couple evenings. Still make sure I do some of those dreaded 6 a.m.s, you know.
Yeah.
I still won't get up for 5 a.m. It's just not going to happen.
It's fine.
Sorry, 5 a.m. But, you know, I do the majority of the 9 a.m.s and stuff like that. And people like that. And I just remember being on this call. It was after all the
Glassman shit.
all the Glassman stuff and everything like that. And I was on an affiliate call with several affiliate members, and they were kind of talking about all the problems that they were having with retention, and how, you know, not to get too political, but how everyone wanted them to make political statements and so on, yada, yada. And they were torn because if they did, you know, it's going to alien, you know, they were kind of trapped in these weird spots. And, you know, aside from like 2 people that called me and asked me my take on things, no one gave a crap what I thought about anything. They just kind of, you know, it's kind of, you know, they're just like, Jimmy, whatever. Like, they go, hey, are you going to stay affiliated? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, okay. Everything was so
well with all that
benign.
stuff, all that stuff too. It's a fairly like. I feel like a lot of the stuff around the CrossFit thing was very performative.
Oh, I agree.
And very like, I hate using this phrase, but it's true. Is like very virtue signally.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of people trying to show face that they're like, I agree or I disagree with these things, and I want everyone to know that I'm a good person. But like at the core of it, like the thing that made me mad, we've talked about this, was I was like, my career, my existence is thanks to CrossFit.
Right.
And like a lot of people in the fitness world's like careers are literally thanks to CrossFit, whether directly or indirectly. And to like have one person like say some shit that you disagree with and then completely turn your back on all of it, I was like, fuck you.
Well, here's what got me really upset. I'm like, how long has Glassman been around? Since like the dawn of time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but
it's like
old fucker, yeah.
60 something years old.
Yeah. But think of everything he's done. He went up against what was it, NASM, right? He had that whole dust was it
NSCA.
yeah, whatever.
NASM's a good one.
Whatever. I don't care. You know.
He went up against NSCA.
Yeah, he went up against them. You know, he's launching remember the whole Coca-Cola wars, right?
Yeah, the big
everything that he did to promote, whether you agree with it or not, but like good health, right? All the dietary stuff, everything that they've done for that. And while he was doing all of that, no one gave a crap. No one's like, no one was like rallying the troops behind him when he was talking about going up against Coca-Cola. No, when he's getting these lawsuits and, going into all of this, no one was rallying behind him. And then all of a sudden everyone was just like, oh, I care what he says. Jimmy, you should care too. I'm like, dude, I haven't paid attention to him in like, since he got my first check,
Yeah.
And it's like, why, I'm like almost independent of all that now. Like, well, we're just our own entity. We just kind of do our own thing.
And for the longest time, CrossFit HQ was just kind of sitting in the background anyway. Like they weren't, at the very early stages, like when I first started CrossFit, they were a little more proactive in like meeting up with the gyms, or like, I mean, I've ran into Castro far too many times, like far more times than I would have ever expected. Just because he would just pop in and be like, how's this place going? Never been here before. What's up? Right. Or when we were in Chicago, he would just be like, where's Rudy? We're like, why are you here?
Oh, that's right. You were at CrossFit Chicago. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, I know Rudy. I was there in 2011.
Sounds about right. They were around for a very long time.
I still have that shirt.
Same. I will never get rid of that.
I lost mine. I don't know where mine is.
Oh, I still have the bag. I still have like all my shit, because I was like, this place means so much to me.
This was so funny.
Black on black one.
Yeah, we had just opened Synapse, and someone was out in the valley visiting. Her name is Heather, and she was from CrossFit Chicago. And she's like, hey, I want to drop in. I'm like, cool, man. Just bring us a shirt. We'll do a shirt swap. So I get this CrossFit Chicago shirt. It's all cool. She hangs out with us for, I think it was a month and a half or so.
Okay.
It was her and like one other person at 9 a.m. We literally had just opened. She goes back, and, one day I go to the mailbox, and she sent me like all these Southwest buddy passes.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you got to make it to Chicago.
Oh, awesome.
And there you go. That's how I got there.
Let's go. I
Fuck
love it.
yeah.
I was like, hey, let's go to Chicago. She freaking set me up over there. Got to hang out with everyone. Go meet Rudy. I'm at CrossFit Chicago for pretty much a couple days. Oh, it was a blast.
Dude,
and it's like, there's, and it goes right back to the whole CrossFit community was founded on this, right? We have this kind of camaraderie and you get all these cool experiences.
Yeah.
In 2012, I was in Barcelona and Madrid. Went to CrossFit Madrid. Awesome. They found that I do CrossFit in California. They take me out. They show me everywhere. They didn't have to take a taxi anywhere. They didn't have to take a train anywhere. Took me to my hotel, picked me up from my hotel, took me to the gym so I can work out with them. It was like the most amazing experience.
Yeah, 100%. That was like, I remember going back to St. Louis or going to St. Louis once with Marissa, and I like hopped into like a random gym, and I was like sitting outside, like it's in the middle of the winter, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just waiting to get back to my hotel," and they're like, "We're gonna go grab some food. You want to go grab some food?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "Yeah, I don't want." I'm like, "I have nothing to do. I'm literally just killing time right now."
Yeah.
So like went and grabbed some food, and they like, it was awesome. Like just hung out with a bunch of randos for the day. But yeah, it's like but I don't feel like that exists anymore.
It doesn't exist. I was gonna jump in on that. It's like I think the last time I had a shirt swap was probably 2014.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ever since then, it's very much been because it used to be pay for a t-shirt or pay for a drop-in, right? Or if you've got a cool gym, they'd be like, bring us a gym shirt, we'll trade you, right? Now it's, oh no, you pay for your drop-in and you pay for a shirt.
Yeah.
Well, do you do the shirt swap? Fuck's a shirt swap.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back.
So I'm
bringing
on
it
board
back.
with that stuff.
I'm on board with it.
I don't want to spend any more money on gym t-shirts.
Because, but well, also like, if your business is struggling enough that you're going to be reliant on a drop-in fee, or like to make some money off of the shirt that you're gonna have, like there's way bigger problems at hand, in my opinion, than like the $20.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a problem.
Yes.
I also think about it too from like an experience standpoint, like. It's awesome. Like to be like, hey, yo, you're one of, like, it's kind of one of those like, oh, you're one of us. Mm-hmm. Come on in.
Yeah,
like, let's hang out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Actually, I don't charge people drop-in fees.
I don't.
Unless they're going to be there for like a week.
Sure.
Then I'm like, all right, kick me down extra or whatever, whatever you want. Venmo me, whatever. Don't care.
That makes sense, right? One time is just like, all right, come and enjoy it. Get your workout in. See you next time.
Yeah.
But if it's like, oh yeah, we're in town for a week. We'd love to be here. All right, cool. Let's work something out.
Yeah.
Something reasonable.
Like $50 or whatever the rate's going to be. But like, here's some money for the week that you can come in and work out.
Right.
Like, no biggie.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah. It's all about the experience, right? Because like, recently we had a couple drop in 2 weeks ago. And they're like, oh yeah, we talked to so and so. It was like $25 to drop in. And I was like, not on my watch. Free.
I've definitely done that.
And then
Warren doesn't listen to this, right?
I don't give a fuck. And then so they're like, well, we're going up to Oxnard, but then we're coming back. Do you think it'd be okay if we dropped in again? I was like, absolutely. If you want to come back here and drop in again, just let them know I said, yeah, it's on me. Like, don't worry about it. I don't know if they came back, but they had the time of their life at our gym.
Just having fun.
Yeah. They fucking came in. They sweat with everybody. Like, normally, like a community's supposed to come around and high-five the new people. They walked around the community and started high-fiving after the workout. Nice. And I was just like, these are the CrossFitters that I started with. Like, that's what I remember the CrossFit community being.
It's funny whenever I go to, like, if I'm ever out of town and I hop in, like, I kind of get that excitement again of like, ooh, I'm like, new gym, I'm gonna try it out. And I feel like I always revert back to like the old school thing of like, what's up? Like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. Like, what's their name? Let's go, Jerry. Right, just like rooting random people on.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's weird now because whenever that happens, like if there's not like old school people there, I get like looked at. They're like, why are you walking around? Like, bro, why are you rooting me on? You don't know who I am. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I try to keep it.
This is annoying.
I really try to keep it cool with everyone that's dropping in and keep it super light. But I will admit this. I'm not going to spend too much time coaching them either because I'm like, you're just in and out. Like,
yeah.
But one of the best things is having people that make you their stop when they're in town. So I have some people that come in from like Miami or, the Northeast and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh yeah, we always got to make sure we stop in here and hang out with everyone.
Fuck yeah,
They
that's
actually
what you
know
want.
our people. It's crazy.
Well, when like at Chicago, it was that was like the thing. Like that was the place. Like everyone was like, oh, we're gonna stop at Chicago, and like we had like regulars who were just like would show up once a year, but like they made because they would come so often, and then because they made such a cool impact that people are like, yo, like hey, welcome back. Like how long are you in town for? We're grabbing food. Like what's happening? Like there's a new place that opened up. Let's go see it, or something like that. And like that's awesome. But like now it's just kind of like it's just a gym. That's frustrating.
Yeah. I've been trying to keep it old school in a way. You know, I mean, we've changed some things over the years, obviously. You know,
For sure.
we have to get a little, you know, more professional, I guess.
Yeah. Rip.
Right? But we still do stuff like on like Friday nights. It's, you know, workout. We call it old school workouts. I don't know if you guys were around when this was happening, but coaches used to just jump in to do the workout with you.
Yeah.
You know, before we figured out that was dangerous.
Probably shouldn't
and a
do
bad idea. Right? It's just like, you know, I'm in the middle of a deadlift looking. I'm like, oh, you know what? I think I should probably just watch out, make sure this guy does not die. But we brought back old school. We call them old school Fridays. And usually it's a little bit tougher of a workout, depending on the week. And coach must jump in. You're coaching that class. Guess what? You're working out. You're working out with the class.
That's awesome.
And the fridge in my little office is stocked with beer, and we bring them out, crack them open. People hang out, stick around a little bit, drink some beer, because people used to drink beer after CrossFit. Do you remember that?
I remember those.
Yeah,
I remember those.
With the, I feel bad for those 5 a.m. people that will hop into the workout and are like, "Fuck, I gotta have a beer right now." Shit, 6 in the morning.
I've done that. Finish that 5 a.m.
5 o'clock
class.
somewhere.
you know, I've only worked out at 6 a.m. once in my life.
Good for you.
That was with you guys.
Good for
that
you.
one time.
Oh, really?
I attempted to work out at 6 a.m. one other time. I started warming up my push press, clocked myself right in the mouth. I was like, you know what?
Never again.
I was like, I am done. I am packing up, and I'm leaving. I was like, peace out. I was like, I'll see you at 9.
I'm going home. Fuck this.
But yeah, so we try to bring back we try to bring that back, and people tend to like that. Especially nowadays, I'm not working out too much anymore, so people get a kick out of seeing me
Struggle through.
Oh man, you know, and just like my personal life, I'll give you the most amazing 8 minutes, like, you know, ever. Just
That's good.
Perfect movements, amazing power, excellent stamina, speed is like immaculate,
Top notch.
timing,
Accuracy.
top notch. Minute 8.5, I'm just leaning against the wall, about to dry heaving and about to cry.
You're like, are we almost done?
Just like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh man.
But you know, people get a kick out of that. They'll just see, you know, people suffer, like the coaches or the owners suffer. And
People love when members always love when coaches like come to work out.
Oh my god. So this morning I did the 5 a.m. and one of the athletes was like, "You're actually gonna work out?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll prove to you that I actually work out." I was fucking dying. And she walks up to me later and she goes, "Oh, you do actually sweat." I was like, yeah.
Dude, it's
yes.
because we generally always work out like middle of the day or like when nobody sees us work out for the most part. And there was one guy who was like, do you even do CrossFit? I was like, what do you think? What?
Yeah.
Like, who do you think I am?
Yeah. I'm just here for fun.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't just stand around be like, all right, cool. Here's some shit I've never done before. Let's figure it out.
I just tell everyone I'm retired.
Yeah, sure.
But every now and again, someone, you know, starts mouthing off a little bit. I'm like, all right, you know, I go for a muscle up, and after all the bones are done cracking, you know, they're just like, oh wow, you can actually do stuff. I'm like, yeah, you know,
I can.
You just hold that face till they turn around.
I'll be right back. I gotta go see my vet for an X-ray. Yes, I said vet.
Don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
Or you can ask questions. I don't mind. You know,
I've already heard this story.
You've heard
These
that
stories
story?
too many times.
You've heard my vet stories.
Yeah.
My primary care physician is a vet because I ain't got time to be going to Kaiser, dealing with their nonsense. Look, man, just show up, jump on the machine, type in German Shepherd, get that X-ray.
Great Dane.
Great Dane.
Yeah, come on.
You know, was it Cane Corso, whatever they're called?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever the big one is.
Yeah. So.
What's the one? The Bernese Mountain Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Though the ones that come to the gym are small. Those are small.
Those are those are smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause those are like my Billy. Like they used to like breed them, which was always a weird thing going to the house. And I'm like, it smells funky in here. He's like, man, dog's giving birth.
Dog
I'm like, what? I'm like, what is happening? And there's like 14 puppies. I'm like, what is going on right now? Or I'm just like in the kitchen.
I mean,
anyway,
it's the goodest place in anything, I guess.
It is the goodest place.
Yeah.
And so we, but his dogs were monstrous.
Yeah.
Like those were so big. And then like I see this one's like, oh, you're cute. Like you're smaller, but I still like you. Those are awesome dogs.
One's blind and one's deaf?
No, the other one's normal.
Oh.
Just one's blind.
Oh.
But the blind one's like the more happy one.
The blind one is very happy.
It's like it'll walk in, just bump into shit, and it's like, I love being here.
Yeah.
It's the
Run
best.
face first into the wall. Be like, oh. That's
Dude,
a wall.
yeah, because like when it like when she like lady brings her brings that dog in, like you just see it's like it's kind of like glazed over, right? You could tell it's blind, but yeah, he just like walks in and he's just like tails wagging, like mouth open, like all like just super excited, and then you like make some noise off in the distance. He's like, oh, there's a person there, and he's like, boop, 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 like runs over. He's like, I love you. It's
loves on everybody,
dude. It's the best. It's like a giant Frankie.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Frankie and he almost got into it.
Don't let Frankie get into
With a
mean to the blind dog,
right? Like of all creatures, you're gonna pick on the blind one. Like, come on.
Well,
I mean, it's technically
yeah.
the weakest of the pack, but
Maybe.
you know, it's fine.
Maybe.
So then, so back to the whole CrossFit thing, right? This is what I thought, what I always thought was kind of funny. So we have this, I want to ask you about this all of a sudden crazy interest in Olympic weightlifting, right? And I always thought that it was kind of funny that a lot of the weightlifting coaches just despise CrossFit. And I don't get it. I'm just like, dude, you just had like the perfect funnel system. Like the perfect, just to funnel people right into your gyms. You never would have been able to have a gym. You never would have been able to do this. No one gave a crap about you until CrossFit came along and people realized like, hey, I got to get better at this. We got to seek out these experts. We got to, work with some legitimate, coaches and stuff like that. And that's another, that just kind of takes me back to, ties everything back into everything that's happened over the last 2 years, where all of a sudden everyone's just kind of like turning their back on it, talking crap about the members. I had one person kind of say a few things to me directly, but, kind of put an end to that real quick. But just the amount of like hate and just nonsense that everyone was spewing around that time, I was just like, what the hell's going on? And I don't know. I still haven't figured that out. Like I don't even understand it. I've had weightlifting coaches teach out of my gym. I've taught weightlifting. I know a bunch of coaches, and the only freaking coach, I'll tell you this, the only coach that was ever like really cool with the whole CrossFit thing was Waxman.
Love Waxman.
And I love Waxman.
Love Waxman.
I love that guy. That guy's the best. I don't care what anyone says. That guy's the best, nicest guy, everything. Yep.
I do not have a great experience with him.
Well, maybe it was your fault, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
Well, he came out hot out the gate from like talking shit about an old coach of mine.
Oh.
And I was like, you have no business making the comments that you're making.
Yeah.
And so since then I was like,
go
fuck yourself.
Yeah, there is some I mean,
he's definitely abrasive, which is fine. Like that part didn't bother me, but it was like, you don't know me and you're making some comments and I'm like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Like that's very unnecessary.
Yeah, bad move.
Yeah.
I'll say that, bad move.
So, I mean, whatever.
But yeah,
he's a good coach. I will give like
he's just a good dude.
I definitely can't like discredit the coach.
This is what's really funny is, so I guess out here in the valley, we're in Pasadena right now, but in the valley, we have like Olympic weightlifting, like royalty, right? So you have your Bob Tucano, and obviously, when Waxman was here. What's crazy is Bob Tucano was my biology teacher in high school, and Waxman was training at my high school while I was there, and none of us knew anything about freaking Olympic weightlifting at all.
So I feel like the only people that bitch about CrossFit from the weightlifting side are either just the stupid people who don't know any better, the armchair experts, or the weightlifting coaches who don't really know shit, but like are like, do you know like what's it, Dunning-Kruger effect, right? Where it's like the people who know the know the least tend to like say the most until you actually become an expert and you realize like, oh yeah, I don't know shit about shit.
Oh, I hear it.
Hold on. Sinks ships.
Wait, so are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're back. And so the armchair experts, Dunning-Kruger effect people, or like, yeah, just, or whatever. So it's funny because Mark Cannella was one of my weightlifting coaches back in the day, who is the guy who essentially runs the weightlifting meet at, for the Arnold. So he's from like Columbus weightlifting. So he was the guy that kind of taught me a lot about weightlifting early on in my career. And when I met him through taking a USAW class. And the first thing he did, he was like, how many people are here from CrossFit? And like pretty much every single person in the room raised their hands. And he's like, all of these, this is like loose verbatim. But like, he was like, anybody who talks shit about CrossFit from like the weightlifting side are idiots. He's like CrossFit literally saved USA weightlifting.
Seriously.
He's like, because nobody knows what it is. Nobody knew where to even go to find it. And now, like, you have these gyms popping up all over the place that have literally all of the equipment that's necessary for like somebody to practice weightlifting, and they're actively teaching weightlifting as a standard of the curriculum for the classes. He's like, thank you. He's like, it's insane to think any way. And so, because CrossFit was like such a punching bag for such a long time, that it kind of like, there's been enough times where I think like CrossFit athletes or the CrossFit education and all that stuff kind of like shut up a lot of people. And so when the shit with like Glassman was happening, I think that was just like the perfect time to like reinvigorate, like, oh, now we have something that we can like hop on CrossFit for.
Dogpile.
And then it just seemed like the perfect opportunity, because I was like, why are all you random ass, like, it was really
Right,
like, why are all these random ass people coming out of the woodworks again? Like, shut the fuck up.
Everyone's bored.
That's also what it was. We had a lot of time to kill.
You know, I didn't. You know, everyone was really pissy during that time. I wasn't, because I kept my gym open. So allegedly. So all of us were just doing our thing. You know. So you know, I think everyone was all pent up and just needed to. I don't even know anymore. But
no,
it was a crazy time, and it kind of. It was really surprising, actually, to me. So it was really surprising during that time to see how many people were turning on it. Or turning on us, and you know, whatever. But you know, whatever. All that being said, it's just kind of fun coming out of it all. And now I'm just like, we're kind of in the throes of like having to rebuild and restart everything again, and kind of see what direction everything's gonna go.
I'm not. I was surprised, and then as like stuff kind of settled in, I was like, I'm not. I think like the general landscape of people's like opinions were like enough that it's like anything that was like slightly bad enough, they were willing to turn, regardless of any like the history of it. So like it was like surprising initially, and then I was like, this makes sense. Like what it proved to me was people's convictions were significantly lower than I thought they ever were.
I agree.
That was the surprise to me, where I was like, oh, you don't really believe in anything.
Yeah.
Like. That was surprising and a little disheartening for some people, that I was like, interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
It drew some people out. It was...
Not in a good way.
No. Well, this is what's... this is funny, too, because... So, I was... I was telling you about that affiliate meeting on Zoom, and I'm on this meeting with a bunch of people. Affiliate owners. And, you know, people are getting a little fiery. You know, they're like, hey, we want to de-affiliate, we want to do this, you know, making statements. And I was like, and I told them, I go, look, if you want to do that, I'm like, I think you just should, if that's what you really want. I was like, but I doubt that anyone's going to, because once you have to leave the CrossFit risk retention group, you know, the insurance company, and then you see exactly how much your insurance is about to jump up when you got to find another carrier, we'll see if you guys are really like serious about what you guys are saying. And I go, well, one person is, I'm not gonna say who it was, but in particular, and I was like, I know for a fact some people that were saying they were gonna do this, and you guys just added a DBA and you guys are operating on that, but I know you guys are CrossFit in the background. You know, it just.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
Well, how many people? And I looked this up, not maybe last year or something like that. Where I was like, how many people actually de-affiliated? Because if you don't know, you can go on CrossFit.com and you can go to the gym finder and you can see which ones actually de-affiliated and didn't. Because you can find you can search up gyms. And I was like, oh, there's a bunch of these ones that change their names to strength conditioning or athletics. And I'm like, you're still on it. I see you.
Yeah. And what's so funny is,
fuck you.
Is we went as Synapse Strength. We changed our name to Synapse Strength Conditioning back in 2013 because we opened up a second facility. Mm-hmm. So we didn't want to get another affiliate. So what we did was we converted one gym into just Synapse Strength Conditioning, and then the second gym became the official CrossFit Synapse.
Yeah.
Well, there's a fun story for all of that too. Yeah, that's a fun story. But so now we still have the Synapse Strength Conditioning name, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, did you change your name because of this?" And I'm like,
"Oh, right."
No, because of tax purposes, you asked.
Like, no, it's because of taxes.
It's because of taxes. But yeah, the fallout from that was kind of fun, and it's just kind of interesting to see. Everyone was so motivated, or everyone really wanted a change, and everybody really wanted Glassman gone. And then since then, everything I hear about CrossFit is just freaking turmoil.
Well, it's
just a freaking mess.
It's totally
it's
in
a
shambles.
circus over there.
Yeah,
it's a fucking
like,
circus.
what is going on? I'm like, what are you guys doing, man? Get your shit together.
Well, right. So you had be like, all right, we're going to be all about transparency, and then just radio silent.
Yeah, and then we don't say anything.
And then say absolutely nothing about what's going on.
Also, we just fired half of the entire team, so we're not going to tell you why.
They fired the media team, which understandably why they did that, but then they ended up going back hiring them anyway. So it was a moot point. Right? You get the Eric Rosa
mm-hmm.
buys it, and then he promotes himself
mm-hmm.
later on to board member now.
Yeah.
In case you were curious.
Yeah. What exactly? I
have no idea what's happening.
I swear to God, guys, I do own an affiliate.
Yeah,
I just have no idea.
So Eric Rosa was the CEO after he buys it from Glassman for an undisclosed amount of money.
Yeah.
Which I can only imagine. It has to be so much money.
You think there's a B in there?
Man, I don't know. There might have been a B because that was privately owned.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Like, I mean, and there you have a global gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like plus like the games plus
it has its own little like economic structure around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything from like Rogue is Rogue because of it.
Well, yeah, Rogue exists because of CrossFit, right?
To be a B
But you have all of the sponsorship stuff with like massive companies.
Oh yeah.
Seriously?
You have like there's the evaluation of it has to be like absolutely
B's.
insane.
For sure.
I don't know about B's, but
Singular B?
it might have been like
1B?
hundreds of M's for sure. Yeah. Because you think like what Elon was trying to buy Twitter, and Twitter is like, I mean, it's a staple. It's a staple aspect, and that was what $3 billion or something like that.
No,
I feel like Twitter could disappear.
I forget how much.
I wouldn't
it was.
give a fuck.
Well, you're a different person, but like,
look, bro, I got 11 followers, so they depend on me for the latest.
They need your up to date facts.
They need my up to date facts on
everything.
On everything. I stopped myself there. So,
but we but that was like nothing happened really after that. Like they fired Castro. Everyone was like, the fuck? Like, why are we getting rid of Castro?
Oh yeah, that was a silent point too.
But yeah, well, and Castro was like, I'm fired apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like there was no official thing happening with that. Like, and he was just gone one day. It was super weird, and it's just been largely like radio silent. So it's like, what are they even doing?
And I do like that Castro came out and said, like they wanted me to make a statement or something handwritten or something pre-written for me, and he's like, I just found out I was fired. Like, I'm not gonna fucking read some bullshit that I don't agree to or reasoning.
Well, and here's the other thing: even though he got like the literal short end of the stick, he still was like, because of this situation doesn't change the fact of like what CrossFit is or what it means to me or what it means to like the global world. So like that he also goes to say something that he's like, look, one of the main face, right? The like, I would argue the face to CrossFit that just got shit canned was like, I'm not going to turn my back on everything else that it's like done across the years, the decades, because of some fuckface.
Yeah.
Like, come on. There's stuff to it. But yeah, we talked about like the NSCA thing that happened and how that was a whole ordeal. Like Glassman's like big fight on like sugar and like there was so much that they were doing before Glassman got canned. That now it seems like it's come to like a pretty aggressive screeching halt.
Yeah.
With like
it's fucking turnover.
Some might say that
we got fucking Coke
it
being
was
one of the main
planned.
sponsors.
it was planned. Well, no, Coke's not a sponsor.
Okay.
CrossFit conspiracy.
Monster is a
Monster
sponsor.
is a sponsor owned by
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's just a majority share. Okay, it's not the sole owner of Monster Energy. I got into an argument with somebody about this.
Good Lord.
Because somebody I know works for like Rain.
Oh.
What the hell is Rain? Like the club in Vegas?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they serve energy drinks now.
yeah, they make their own
Branded
energy
it
drinks.
themselves.
Branded.
Can they get us in, or do we still have to wait in line?
No, we gotta wait in line.
Yeah, we gotta wait in line.
Yeah. Ryan can get in.
I can get in, but not everybody.
but we
Everybody
have
else.
to pay, and we don't get in for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So start lining up at
7.
3 p.m.
Oh, this is a pool party club. What is this?
Don't know, if you have to ask, you can't get in.
Oh,
That's true, man. I'm not asking any questions. I'm just like going along.
I'm just here for the ride.
The no, a guy that I know works for Rain, and I made a comment about how like it's ridiculous that like CrossFit spent years fighting against like big soda and like schools and all this stuff to then now take a sponsorship from like
Monster.
the literal company that they're fighting against or they were fighting against. And the guy was like, well, he's like, well, what do you think about Rain? I was like, well, Rain is owned by Monster, who is owned by Coca, who has like a large investment within Coca-Cola. I was like, so yes, I would argue the exact same point.
Yeah.
They're like, what about the zero sugar one? I was like, it's not about the product itself.
It's the company.
Like it's the company
and everything that the company does.
I'm like, and everything associated with it. I was like, so if we're gonna if we're not gonna shop for it like certain places because of like one owner's belief system, I was like, I think the entire premise of the entire company like might
a
have
multinational conglomerate would probably play.
yeah,
a role.
maybe plays a little bit of a bigger role than just like one person being like, I'm not sure how I feel about something. Like it's a little bit different.
Because the one thing that I do before I buy anything or go anywhere is see who the CEO is and find out all his views.
Yeah.
I just got to know if Coke owns it.
Well,
Coke and Nestle, bro.
but here's the deal. Like I'm for I think in this instance, because it's so like near and dear to my heart, I would probably be a little more anti it, like the idea of like Coca-Cola being like a sponsor, indirectly a sponsor of the CrossFit Games, given like everything that CrossFit is about.
Yeah.
But like at the other hand, I'm like, get your money though. Like if this is going to help further it and allow like the games to progress and allow money to get funneled back into CrossFit HQ as a whole to then further like the community in some capacity, if I could see that happen, I'd be like, I might be willing to let that slide a little bit. I mean, fuck, the first games was sponsored by Panda Express.
Hell yeah.
Like,
look at them now.
Yeah, if you ever watch
little known fact,
The Ranch.
orange chicken without the orange sauce tastes exactly like chicken nuggets.
Get out of here.
I swear.
Don't lie to me.
Are you telling me that Panda Express has chicken nuggets
and they ruin it with
and
orange sauce?
How
I'd
dare
ruin
them.
it? The audacity. But yeah, no. If what was it called? There's like one of the super early CrossFit documentaries that they did at the ranch.
The ranch.
What
was it called? The Ranch?
No, it's like
No, but yeah, fucking.
every second counts.
I think that was it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen a CrossFit documentary.
You should actually watch this because it's kind of funny because you watch people do split snatches.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was at sectionals in San Diego in
That was way back.
2009,
Good Lord.
2009, 2010.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. So we're like, oh, that guy's doing split snatches. We're like, okay.
Yeah. Because no one knew how to weightlift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think John Welborn's in it.
No, is he really?
I think so. Yeah, because he was like the big guy
Yeah.
that was like hurling weight around, and that was like Jason Kalipa. Everyone was expecting him to win, and they're like, it's some random dude over here just won like, and it was Jason Kalipa.
Watching Annie move too was.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was cringe watching Annie move
But
that first year.
but yeah, watching that, and you're like, ugh. I could see why people wanted to make fun of this.
Yes.
It was pretty gross.
Yes.
Early days, not the best.
Right, no.
But like, it's refined itself.
It's still impressive.
But yeah.
Sure.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, yeah. If you look at everything on through the lens of like every single expert field. So if you have like a gymnast watching them do something, you have a Olympic weightlifter watching them do something, you have this person, whatever, then yeah, sure. But I mean, still freaking impressive, but better than damn near anyone doing anything in the gym at the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, virtuosity, right? It's the whole point of everything is like be good at it, but you're not a marathon runner, but you can run. You're not a weightlifter, but you can lift, right? That's like the concept, the Vitruvian man, if you will. So
don't make words up, dude.
What's up?
Don't make up words.
I don't make up words, man. I don't speak truth to power. But no, it's 100% like it's impressive regardless, and especially at that time. Like, I mean, you had like circuit training, but like circuit training was like group X shit that you'd see at like Bally's.
Yeah,
right.
Or
And
the boot camp stuff where you're just kind of flopping around for 30 minutes, and
this was like the first time that this is like CrossFit was like one of the first times that you're going to see like lifting weights. Like you're going to be doing like heavy squats in like a higher intensity format. Like we've talked about this before, sorry to cut you off, but like the world of fitness made like an exponential change in like essentially when the advent of like CrossFit. Like it's crazy what the world of fitness has turned into in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Because of CrossFit. Like I don't think people quite realize like how much of an impact it's had on everything that we know right now.
And what bugs me about that, or at least the negative about that is the people still have the stigma that if you do CrossFit, you're going to get hurt.
It's never going to go away.
It's never going to go away, and it's becoming less and less because now more people that I talk to are like, oh, well, I think the new one is, well, I have to get in shape to go do CrossFit. Right. But it's gone from, like, the people that I talk to, it's gone from, well, you're going to get hurt doing this to, well, I have to get in shape. And I'm like, you're like 10 years behind, bro. Like, you don't need to get in shape to do CrossFit. That's what CrossFit does for you. Like,
there was an old trainer that I used to work with who we would do these like trainer like swap things, and it was like some train the trainer type of thing to just like learn about each other and hopefully learn something new. And I was the CrossFit guy, even though I did fucking zero CrossFit with any of my clients. I also worked in like a health club. Like we don't have the space to do that. And he was like, I don't know about that CrossFit stuff. He's like, I think I need to get in a little bit better shape. And I was like, you of all people should know better. And I was like, so every time you talk to a client, be like, you need to work out a little bit before you start working out with me. I was like, does that even make sense? He's like, well, all right. I was like, shut up.
But
Stupid.
In the defense of a lot of these people, CrossFitters really do make it easy to make fun of them.
Very
very
much
true.
so.
Very true.
It's so easy.
God. Back in my day, right, when I first started, what I mainly make fun of people for now and I trip out on is the amount of gear everyone has. Everyone's got their waddy.
They got their hand wraps,
wrist wraps, knee wraps, ankle wraps, the right shirt, this freaking...
I can't work out in those shoes. I need these shoes.
What the hell's going on, man? I'm like jumping up in there with like torn up New Balances and...
Dude, the last competition that I did, I like hopped up on the platform because it was like a weightlifting thing, and the first comment that my judge made, she was like, "Are you wearing Vans?" I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "Do you work out in Vans?" I was like, "I do." I'm like, "These are my workout shoes for this entire week, like this entire day,
ever."
And she was like, "I don't." Oh, right.
I haven't seen him wear his Reeboks since 2019.
I wore them the other day just because I was planning to go for like the workout had a run in it, and I was like, long runs in Vans aren't the best, so I'll wear these. But
you know what CrossFit needs to implement?
The Vibrams again.
Well, yes, obviously. Skateboarding.
I agree.
I'm still waiting for my video. Take your Vans.
Oh my god.
800-meter skateboard.
You go for a run, you hit a couple squats, do a kickflip, ready to rock.
I don't know what that is, but yes.
You've never played Tony Hawk?
No.
What?
Remember he stopped at SNES.
I hadn't until sport.
He has stopped.
But look, I'm gonna tell you this.
It's Antonio Hawk.
I'm Mexican.
Yeah,
Antonio Hawk. I don't play white characters.
You don't play white characters?
Just kidding.
What about Steve Caballero?
What the hell is that?
He's
another skater.
No, you know what? Just don't know anything about skating. Never got into it.
Okay. You say you're from California.
I did rollerblade, but only with a hockey stick because I played street hockey.
Okay.
And I couldn't rollerblade without one.
Without a hockey stick?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
AKA a crutch?
No, because you get made fun of where I grew up. If you went rollerblading down the street, that's the very PC way of saying. So I'm just being very PC.
Well, maybe if you weren't wearing your hot pants when you were doing it, things would have been different.
More aerodynamics, son.
Look, I'm about speed and efficiency. All right.
I was actually really good at street hockey, which is really weird. I don't know why. I have no idea.
I mean, you're pretty athletic.
Yeah, but street hockey.
And?
Look, I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those random things.
Sure.
You can
But if
run.
you put me
can
on a
check
skateboard-
people.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, it's on rollerblades.
No, but yeah, but you can run and check people on skates.
You can skate and check people.
I did play ice hockey, and I got in a lot of trouble.
Were you the brawler? The person that just sent out you
The goon?
sucked at the game, but you just
you were the
fought
goon?
everybody.
So, yeah.
Jimmy,
so
go
Here's the thing.
fight
Look,
12.
That
Here's
guy.
the thing. So I grew up playing street hockey with all of my cousins, and all of my cousins are at least 4 years older than I am.
Okay, right.
So super, and they're from the hood, right? So they hit me, they punch me, they throw me down, they talk so much crap. They send me home crying. It was a disaster. So one day my mom was like, "Oh, do you actually want to try ice hockey?" I'm like, "Sure." We get signed up for the league, and I took all of that there. No bueno, man. No bueno. Poor little, he called himself Johnny Danger.
Oh no.
Johnny was in danger.
Yeah, he was. I lit him up. I was bad. I was in the penalty box like every freaking time. It was a disaster.
It's like, Jimmy, this is Pee Wee. Calm down.
Yeah, someone actually called me a menace. Yeah, disaster.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Up there with like pads that didn't fit because I had to get everything secondhand.
So you're just walking around like
just
Uncle Fester.
horrible. Yeah, it's just you'll grow into that. I'm like, I don't think so, man. These shorts are hitting my ribs,
your nipples.
like my nipples and stuff.
That's that extra padding right
Oh
there.
man, I would fall. I'd be like, hey, I can't even get up. This is a disaster.
Jimmy's out there trying to fight people, and he's like tripping over his pants as they go around his ankles.
It was like a little mini Mexican Happy Gilmore, just falling and chasing people with sticks and skates.
It's Happy Guillermo
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, why is that not a movie yet?
Oh,
because it's too late.
Ah,
yeah.
15 years ago, you could make that movie.
PC police would not have that today.
man, I want Robert Downey Jr. to play a Mexican Happy
Brown
Gilmore.
face.
Brown face.
I want him to be the next Black Panther.
That would be so fucking funny. That would be hilarious.
Just imagine.
But only if the Wayans Bros play like Black Widow and like her sister.
Oh my god! I watched White Chicks the other night. Still holds up.
Oh, that
yeah.
movie is hilarious.
It's great. Oh man, what's her name? The chick from Dexter's in there. I don't know. No one knows her name.
I never watched Dexter.
All I know is she's from Exorcist Emily Rose.
What?
I forgot her real name.
Yeah.
What a random movie
Hey,
to
that
remember.
movie. Yeah, that for some reason I found that way scarier than I guess it was. That movie kind of messed with me a little bit.
I think it's just like all the screaming and light effects.
Yeah. Or I think it's the whole. For me, it was like the whole like, hey, did this really happen? Or like, was this just kind of like the fault of the priest?
Yeah.
That whole kind of like you don't know if something's going on in your head or
Yeah.
if something's actually happening. That kind of stuff weirds me out.
Do you think exorcisms are real?
Hell yeah.
Ryan, what's your take on it?
On exorcisms?
Do you think demon possession's a real thing?
No, I don't. I'm not convinced on that.
Not convinced. That's a safe way to say that.
You're damn straight. I give myself outs all the time.
All the
I
time.
pretty much speak in exclusively outs. I've learned.
Yeah, I've pretty much convinced myself that I can convince myself of anything. So like, I'm never gonna be surprised. So like, I could be watching TV and the president like turns into like a giant lizard, and I'm like, fucking knew it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like that makes
I had
sense.
a feeling.
I
Well,
had a feeling.
do you ever see those videos where it's like Hillary's a lizard person and they have like those edits where it's like
Oh, yeah.
her eyes closed in the opposite direction?
It's always like in super low quality.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You're like, if you zoom in and you make everything grainy, you can see something happen.
You can
I'm just
see
like,
this
oh,
her
God.
under eyelid blink over her regular
Okay,
eyelids.
question: if Hillary Clinton,
Okay.
would you be more surprised or less surprised if she was not a lizard?
So we're saying she is.
What would surprise you more?
So you're saying that she's secretly a lizard, and we find out that she's actually not a lizard.
Let me rephrase. What would be more surprising to you, to find out that she is a lizard or to find out she's not a lizard?
I think to base in reality, I would say her being a lizard would be more surprising. What would be more fun is to think that she
Already
wasn't a
is.
lizard.
I'm
and
not
she
gonna
already
lie.
is.
If like she died and they did an autopsy, and it was
They-
like
Yo,
this is
she's a
clearly
lizard.
human,
They like
I'd
they,
be like, fake autopsy.
yeah, well, yeah, it's more
Stanley
fun that way.
Kubrick was behind this shit.
They're gonna there's gonna be something where it's like after she dies they like found like a storage cabinet of hers like somewhere in like
She had,
the middle of the country, and she had all of her like
blue
her
blood vials.
no, all of her
and-
skins
Oh
were
my
like
God.
saved because they
Yeah,
can't like
she
throw
shed
them
it
away.
over 1,000 years.
All of her shedded skin, yeah. And she's got like relics from like old America
Oh
because she's
my
been
God.
they've been the Clintons have been here for 400 years.
And then Nicolas Cage has to find her tomb. Is
Yeah.
that what we're doing?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's gold there
Probably something.
and a declaration. Of
The,
some
the
sort.
actual,
Actual
on declaration.
declaration. The first draft.
her signature is actually on that one.
Yeah.
All right, question. So aliens show up, right? And they come up and they're like, "Hey, Ryan, we come in peace. What do you do?"
Shoot him.
I'm with you. 100.
Sorry, I answered for Ryan. Shoot him.
Sure.
Fucking shoot him.
Yep. Ask questions later, man. You come in
yeah.
peace, you won't be offended after I shoot you.
Prove it.
Yeah.
If I shoot you, you're still going to be peaceful, right?
I'd probably fall in line because I would agree with you because who was it? I think it was either Stephen Hawking or some physicist or like astrophysicist was talking about that, and they were like pretty much like,
The chair robot guy?
okay, one, put a little bit of respect on that, okay?
He was wrong
that's
about everything. So,
rude as shit.
You know, be nice.
False. But they were pretty much made the case that like if aliens were to come here, like we are so low on the advancement of like a civilization, that the only reason to like explore or make contact would be from like a resource like acquisition standpoint. So it'd only be coming to either like get stuff from us, i.e. like minerals or whatever, brains maybe.
Yeah.
So
Carcasses,
like it's
like Hillary's.
it's a safe assumption that they like an alien race would be coming
For
with
shit.
like extinction in mind type
I don't
of
know.
thing.
I think we always. I don't know. Every time I think about aliens, what's funny is I kind of think about them being around the same size that we are. What if they're just like?
What if they're short?
Yeah. What if they're like really small,
Yeah.
like 2 feet tall, weird little?
Because
green
everybody
things?
depicts them as really tall with
Yeah.
bulbous
or
heads.
at least our size.
Yeah.
Right? But
like,
what if
long
it's even
and
worse? What
lanky.
if they're size of like, I don't know, 3 elephants,
That'd be scary.
right?
I'd still shoot it.
Oh, I still shooting
Yeah,
everything.
I'd still shoot it. Even if it was small too, I'd still shoot
Well,
it.
like-
I'd probably kick it.
Well, the
shoot
argument the argument for the gray people,
Yeah.
right, is that they've evolved civilization wise to a degree that they don't need the like physical strength because they have the technological advancement to do whatever they want. So
Can
like
they read minds?
maybe, fuck, who knows?
I gotta
if I-
think that I'm not gonna shoot them.
But if I catch one in an Irwan, what's he gonna do? Nothing.
Well, it depends on if
You
this-
have to take it to the plants. If it doesn't piss in the plants, you know it's an alien.
Well, it depends if the crystals are charged or not. Have they been and has the water
Oh.
been?
Is there a pH
There's a word
balance
to it that I can't remember. The hippies do some shit with water.
pH it.
They psh in it.
Yeah.
All right. Every movie. Okay.
Yes.
If
Name
you were
'em.
to be if you were to be invaded by any set of aliens, what movie would you like those aliens to be from?
Scary movie.
Why? But they pee out of their fingers.
Yeah. And they mostly come in peace, and they're looking for demons. So
it's true.
Okay.
Alien. I don't actually watch a lot of alien movies.
it's because you don't believe in.
No, aliens 100% exist.
Oh, sorry,
it's
demons.
impossible.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, demons, maybe. What you first? I gotta think about this one.
Dude, where's my car? Those hot chicks.
Oh my god. You were just trying to tee yourself up for that.
Oh, I didn't even think about those.
I actually just came up with that.
I forgot about that.
I was just trying to think of
Sultan.
something ridiculous. Oh my god, wasn't that great?
Ray. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong movie. That was from Scary Movie.
Wait, did you say Ray? As in Jamie Foxx playing Ray?
Ray Charles.
No. They made in Scary Movie. They made that like dudes were my car with the tattoos, and he goes, "Ray fucked me."
Yeah.
Ray fucked me. And they're like, "Wait, what?" I don't know.
That was a good callback.
How? I don't even remember. I don't remember much of that of Scary Movie.
That was
The first one.
Yeah, that was the very first one.
I just remember that opening scene where it's like a play on The Exorcist and the girl pees on the floor, and then the mom grabs her head
And like puts her face
puts
in
her
it.
face in the carpet. Yeah.
That's when he's like he's like in the toilet and it's like all the flies
yeah.
because he's like shitting.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ugh." He's like, Mother Jesus, help me. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a pass on this one. I don't know.
Oh man.
Because you said this, and the only movie I can think of are the Will Smith movie, whichever one, Independence Day, and Mars Attacks. I don't want either of those ones to come here.
What about Men in Black? That's another Will Smith movie.
Oh, that is another Will Smith movie. Yeah, Men in Black could be okay. Some of those aliens are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would get all of them. It's not just one
Ooh, you would
specific
get all
one,
of
right?
them,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but there's a
we're
lot
talking
of
about a specific.
but like most of them live like pretty normal lives. Most of them don't do anything
It's true.
in Men in Black,
Okay.
right?
Fair.
Am I right? Like,
Yes. Oh, the Intergalactic Federation.
though, here's the question: would I be aware that we're in a marble
Oh.
if we have Men in Black world, or am
Yeah.
I just like living my life in that universe?
Well, there's only one way to find out if you're in a marble.
If I, and what is that?
Get to the edge.
Well, you can't. We don't have interstellar travel.
Just get to the edge. Hey,
Get to the edge of the marble.
get to the edge
Just
of
get
the
to the
marble.
marble. Well,
Yeah.
our entire universe resides
but-
within a marble, a giant marble that
Yeah,
aliens
but-
played marbles with.
But everything that you think about travel and the way it all works would be different if we were in a marble, wouldn't it?
No.
No? It'd be the exact same physics. Everything would be exactly the same. We're just rolling around somewhere in someone else's marble bag,
Sack, if you would.
marble sack,
It's called a beanbag. Get it straight.
someone's ball sack.
Yeah, everything would still apply. Like nothing necessarily has to change.
I got it. New aliens.
Okay.
The aliens from E.T.,
But they also don't really do anything.
which is why I could kill
Yeah,
them.
you know what?
It'd be-
Or-
Wait, why do you? We're not necessarily talking about like which ones can you beat in a fight.
Well, we said if we were invaded or if they came, which ones would you want? And fucking ones from E.T. because they don't do shit. So if they started to get aggressive, just hang one on the wall.
yeah, just
Jesus Christ.
you can't kill ET.
I wouldn't kill that one specifically
good
because
one.
he healed, but like his family dropped him off or they forgot him. Like, what kind of pieces of shit forget your
Yeah,
kid? Like,
and he helped Drew
come on.
Barrymore or whoever it was.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Yeah,
Sure.
I wouldn't kill him. That'd be like a pet.
Yeah.
Because he got along with the dog and he ate Reese's.
It's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
Yeah.
But then the Reese's killed him, and now
The
that
Reese's
was
have
the-
cancer.
That was the, yeah.
Yeah, the Reese's have cancer.
The
course.
Reese's have
Yeah.
cancer?
Because he ate the Reese's Pieces and he was like dying.
Yeah, it turned all gray.
Well, it's because it's because like a dog, he's like just chocolate.
Right. That's why he got along with the
It's
dog.
just a chocolate.
Yeah.
So it's-
Well, actually, it's peanut butter. It's not chocolate.
What's called
Reese's?
chocolate?
Yeah.
and peanut
Reese's
The
is
Reese's Pieces.
wrapped in chocolate.
Nope,
Oh.
the Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces are
It's peanut butter.
chocolate coating.
It's not chocolate coating. It's a candy coating.
butter. Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's just sugar?
Uh huh.
I don't know if I believe you.
I had this debate. I fucking kid you not. I had this debate yesterday, and I was fucking pissed because I was wrong.
Really?
Yes.
You're wrong about what I'm. So I'm correct?
So I thought it was chocolate candy too, but April. I had this debate with April, and she Googled it, and
I
she
don't
was
trust her.
Oh, well, she Googled it. So, but
She's got lion eyes. She also listens to this, so I can't wait for her to listen to
yeah.
this.
But she was like, "Yeah, it's fucking candy. It's not chocolate." And I was like, "I've been lied to this whole fucking time." Like,
Dude,
I
my
always
mind
thought
is
it was
blown.
chocolate. Yeah.
Like I could have sworn that every time I eat Reese's Pieces.
Because
it
then I
tastes
was like,
chocolate.
"Wait, are M&M's chocolate?" And she goes, "No, there's chocolate in them." And I was like, "Fuck."
"What are you talking about? M&M's are chocolate."
Well, the M&M's have chocolate, but like if you get the peanut ones,
Oh, it's chocolate, peanut, and candy.
but the candy shell, it's not a chocolate shell.
right, it's candy
Yeah.
shell. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, I was pissed because I was wrong. Not that she was right. I accepted that, but I was just like, fuck, I was wrong.
Well, that depends if
chocolate the
I
whole
want to
time.
believe delish.com.
I don't know. What's their take on other stuff?
Well, yeah. What's the reviews?
Look, I'm not going.
They got
that far.
5-star
I'm not going
reviews?
that far into this.
Are they 4.8 or higher?
All right, I don't care enough to continue to find this.
Just go buy a freaking bag, and we're good. We'll resolve this next week.
Yeah,
Just melt it.
Well, it depends. Does it melt in your mouth or in your hand? Is that the? Oh wait, no. What is that? Skittles? No. What is
Yeah.
that? Reese's Pieces?
Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. I feel like it's M&M's.
M&M's. That's it.
Yeah.
It's M&M's.
It's just bullshit. They've totally melted in my hand.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
My car.
In my car,
Yeah.
in my car, my bag,
Mhm.
my pockets,
My pocket. Yep.
all of them. It just melts everywhere. Lies and
Fucking
slander.
liars.
Wait, Is it Reese's or Reese's?
Reese's.
Reese's.
Because I've always said Reese's, and I'm only saying
You've always
Reese's
been
because I
It's
didn't want to
Reese's.
embarrass you guys
No,
for being
it's
wrong.
Reese.
No.
Apostrophe S.
Yeah.
So it belongs to Reese.
Yeah, it's Reese's.
But Reese doesn't own it. Doesn't
Yeah.
own it. Owns it. But Reese's doesn't owns it.
You're just adding S's to everything.
Whatever.
Apostrophe S's.
Well, I'm going to go to Walmart's and figure this shit out.
Reese's,
But yeah, so
not
anyway.
Reese's.
Well, they shouldn't have spelt it stupid.
It's possessive.
Yeah.
He owns it.
Or she.
No, this is like in the
Oh, yeah.
like in the 40s. So.
I was waiting for that.
Reese is a dude. I swear.
Let's see what else. Let's do a movie review.
Oh, good. Let's go. Which one?
Yeah, we told you. Thanks for being wrong.
I don't trust these goddamn AI.
I don't trust the internet.
Yeah, it's filled with lies and slander.
It is not. Look it up. Wikipedia.
Oh, here's one for you. Okay, so we got Vans for Ryan.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite What's the ultimate CrossFit shoe?
Nanos, 100%.
Metcon.
Really? Which version?
Which ones do I like more, or do I think are like the
Hey, I'm
best
asking,
ones?
Which are the best freaking CrossFit shoe that was ever made?
Oh, well, then it's the Vibram 5-Finger, obviously, or the Innovates. Those are, by the way, they're still making shoes.
The Vibrams or Innovates?
Yes.
Both of
To
them.
both.
Yeah.
Innovate is still coming out with new shoes somehow.
I literally just got an email. It's like, hey, get back to the Innovate community.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, why are you emailing me, man?
Yeah.
I was like, unsubscribe.
Yeah, Rogue was like, new Innovates dropping soon. I was like, what the fuck is still buying Innovates?
Like, there's got to be like 10 people that are like, I will continue to support you guys. I would honestly say, I think the Nano X's are probably the best ones that I've tried from like a CrossFit standard. I prefer Vans, but that's just me. I'm a rarity in that case.
The best is the New Balance Minimus. So not the 5-Finger, but the Minimus. For sure, the best shoe to walk around in the gym. No bulls. Don't work out in them,
Yeah,
but it looks like you're going to work out.
yeah.
And that's also important.
It's
That's all
called
that matters.
Fabletics,
Yeah.
and that's the
Exactly.
entire entity of Lululemon.
Literally all that matters.
And the best designed CrossFit shoe were the Nike Metcons, the band Jordan version.
Oh, I had those,
The
yeah.
black and red ones.
Well, you come with the best shoe, and then you're giving me
Oh, yeah.
variables.
So
You didn't give me that. What are the best looking ones?
you
What are
named like 3 or 4 one, so
I named
just wanted
2.
to give you a complete answer. I'm sorry.
All right, what do you think is the most
Okay, which is the
intricately designed
which is
shoe?
the most beautifully designed
Yeah.
one?
The most beautifully designed
Beautifully.
Yeah.
CrossFit shoe.
Yeah,
Aesthetics only.
aesthetics only.
The Adidas.
What?
We're talking CrossFit shoe.
These are a CrossFit shoe.
You're a liar.
I
They made a
swear to God.
CrossFit shoe?
Adidas made a CrossFit
You're
shoe.
a liar.
I shit you not. I forget what they're called.
Are you talking about the weightlifting shoe?
No, it was like a Metcon-esque shoe.
Really?
Are these the ones we
Yes.
tried to look up?
Yes,
and
the
we
ones I
buy
tried
you?
to find.
Yeah.
I tried
I'm
to
sure
find
they
them.
made them and just
No, they made
100% they were
them.
real.
It was like one run.
But they for whatever reason they cut it. They
Yeah.
they literally made a
Well, because
very
they stuck
small
to their power. What is it? Adidas
Adi Power?
Yeah, Adi Power. Yeah.
Adidas.
Adidas Power.
We're making it. That's how it's called now. It's Adidas and Nike.
Is it not Adidas?
it's Adidas.
It's
man.
Adidas.
Why the fuck were we saying it Adidas?
Because I was
upstairs?
making fun of how the people across the pond call it.
Oh, okay, well, fuck them.
It's
We got
Adidas
away from the crown.
and Nike.
Told you if you're
Yeah.
under the crown.
No, it's
I don't listen to
Nikkei.
you.
That's right. Well, we're going Nikkei.
Yeah.
The Adidas ones I thought were the most aesthetically pleasing ones. Honestly the most comfortable ones I think from like just a cushiony standpoint are probably the X, the Nano X. I think I might get shit for this one, but I honestly think the most comfortable shoes I have are like the Vibrams. Those are super comfy.
Well, yeah, but like, see, I said the Minimus, and those are exactly the same as the 5-Fingers, just with an actual toe box instead of 5 toe boxes.
Oh, well, I like 5 toe boxes. No, I've tried the Minimus like way back in the day. I didn't like it. I like flat shoes clearly 'cause, with Vans and stuff, but like I feel like those were like they didn't give enough. Not like arch support, but just like foot support, because I feel like my foot slid a lot in them whenever I would work out in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much any of the other ones, like I never really liked the Nikes. They always felt like very like heavy, like immobile. I don't know about the newer ones. Maybe they got better. I hated Innovates. Those were always trash, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this is more of just like a principle thing. I'm not wearing Nobles, so I have no idea. I can't actually comment on them other than I'm just a hater.
Why are you hating on the Nobles?
Because I hate them.
Why?
I don't like the way that they look.
He doesn't want to pay $150.
I think they're so fucking expensive for no reason.
Yeah, I only get them because I had someone's promo code, and they didn't know that I had their promo code.
So you used it, and they're like, I keep trying to get my discount, but I can't get it.
What's going on here?
Yeah, you've already reached your shoe capacity for the month.
Here's the tip for Nobles. Like,
don't buy them.
No, if you want to buy them because they do have some cool designs, you know,
they're the same design. There's just different color palettes.
Yeah.
It's just mesh.
Yeah. Awesome.
But like, here's red mesh, and then here's maroon mesh.
Bro,
it's called wine Cabernet, actually.
And orange camo mesh is dope.
But what's the point? Then you can't even see your shoes.
Well, you can only see the orange part.
No, it's blended in. If it's camo, you can't see anything.
Only if you're going hunting, Ryan.
What do you mean if you're going hunting?
When you walk hunting, or if you're doing construction.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then if you're construction, you want to be visible, so you want the neon
Which
orange
to the
ones.
Animals.
But who's doing construction while hunting at the same time?
You never know,
you don't
Ryan.
know what's going
you
on.
never know.
It's a wild world out there, boys.
But here's the trick, right? So you want a discount on Nobles.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a name for in your discount code.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a name is Noble, and then if that one doesn't work, pick another name.
Just keep cycling through
So
names.
be like Ryan is Noble. Pick random gyms. Invictus is Noble. Pick whatever you want is Noble. At some point,
You'll get one.
Noble's like, fuck it, just give him a fucking discount.
Yeah, at some
He's
point.
been on it for 3 hours.
Some person's on there like they've tried 45 different promo codes. Like, should we just give it to him?
Try your name. Try your gym's name. The owner. Just try everything.
Noble is Noble. 50% off.
Well, no. Here's what you do. You just download Honey.
Oh my god. I don't think
Honey sponsor us.
I don't think Honey works with them.
Honey works for everything.
Yeah, it really does.
Dude, it's pretty crazy.
Oh.
It's definitely like stealing all of my search history shit, but whatever. Yeah. I saved a bunch of money.
It's funny. I'm like torn. So I have Honey and I want discounts, but I also run a VPN, so I don't get any discounts. So I'm just stuck.
Yeah.
The only freaking what's it called? Extension that I had that worked was Babylist.
Well, here's the trick. So if you get your own router is trick number one. Main thing number one. Don't use like the company's router.
Spectrums or whatever's.
Though, unless you have like their Spectrum's business account. Actually, that's a lie.
No.
That's how it used to be. But I switched over to my own router and it still works. So
you just plug in the fucking. You're literally paying to rent their router.
Well, the business account is a little bit different, but doesn't matter. So you do your own router. And then when you have your own router, you can set it up, and whatever VPN you use, you have like the IP that you use for that. You can essentially put it onto your router, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to run a router, like you don't have to run a VPN on your computer anymore because everything is just already done, and it's usually a lot faster.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
Okay.
Tricks.
Becca, go buy a router.
There's discounts all the time. Just make sure it's a good one.
Yeah,
it's kind of an important thing. You don't want to skimp on them. Or those.
Yeah, you don't want a like $40 router.
No.
You also don't need like the $300 like
no, you don't
like
need the fucking
Nighthawk.
Netgear Nighthawk fucking 4,000.
Well, future proof.
It's like 4,000 meter distance. I'm like, no, I don't need that.
I don't even run that far, bro.
Goes through 20 walls. I'm like,
let's prove that one.
Sketch.
Although I did have the Nighthawk. I paid $200 for this Nighthawk, and this entire house got Wi-Fi. Across the street got Wi-Fi. I was like, holy shit, this thing actually works.
You got cancer.
I did. So I got rid of it. I got rid of the Nighthawk. Yeah.
Well,
cancer went away. It was crazy.
You could change that. So like, if you go into like the settings, you can essentially like change the power for like how far away.
Oh no, I wanted to be across the street and
be able to get Wi-Fi.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You're just like at the gym, still connected. You're like, what is happening right now?
Perfect.
Sweet. So, 1 bar less though.
Yeah. It's like, oh man,
a little bit slower. But yeah, if you ever get like a router, you can change like the distance between that stuff. which is sometimes nice because I live in an apartment complex.
You don't want cancer.
Well, I'm trying to give everybody else it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just have one randomly connected somewhere. It was like crank it to full blast. On.
Just up by your old apartment.
It's just 5G everywhere. Yeah, up at my old place. It's exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, in the future, we're just going to get chips, so we'll have Wi-Fi on our chips. So,
Dude, sign me up.
yeah.
Doritos.
No.
What?
What's your favorite CrossFit trend?
Trend?
We've been around for a long time. What are some of the weird, like...
Oh, okay. The one that I don't like, I'm just like, why? Is people fucking dry scooping.
What the hell is that?
That's not a CrossFit thing.
Okay, well,
That's been around for way too long, and that's mostly a bodybuilding thing.
Okay, well, a bunch of fucking CrossFitters started doing it because bodybuilders are doing it.
It was a gym bro thing.
Hate seeing CrossFitters go, yeah, look at my pre-workout. Fucking all powder all over the place.
No, dry scooping is just where when you take the scoop and just throw it into your mouth.
Instead of being like a regular person putting in a fucking shaker, I'm just gonna fucking snort this line real quick.
Horrible.
What is my least favorite CrossFit trend thing? Man, I'm trying to think like back when.
I know. I'm trying talking about when we started and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, we've seen a lot of stuff come and go. It's a lot of weird.
Did you ever actually like do zone?
Yes, I did zone paleo. That was awful.
I tried zone for a while after I signed up because I was like, this makes sense. But I was like, this is a lot of like extra steps to like eat moderately okay.
Yeah, do zone paleo. It was way worse. I had to blend broccoli because I was just like, I can't eat this much food.
Oh,
I just
that
cannot.
sounds terrible.
I just cannot get this much food. I just couldn't.
The problem with zone,
It's horrible.
Zone was one, but I actually don't feel like zone ever actually picked up
I knew a lot of people that were doing it.
like that early on.
Yeah.
Because like even when I got my level 1, there was a lot of people that were still being like, oh yeah, CrossFit does paleo. I was like, no, they don't do paleo. They actually don't preach paleo in any way, shape, or form. It's zone. Paleo just like was like an offshoot thing.
It was big in 2013. I remember.
Dude, do you remember
paleo or zone?
Zone?
That's surprising to me.
Do you remember Progenics?
Oh yeah.
What the hell happened to them?
Well, they gave everybody this shit, so they had to change their formula.
Well, there's that, but then also people started realizing that they realized that Optimum Nutrition is essentially makes Progenics. As an aside, Optimum Nutrition makes most companies protein like at the time, and so when people are like, "Oh, it's the same shit as the $40 tub, 5-pound tub that I'm getting for $90," I'm not going to buy that anymore.
Wow.
That's largely what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and the shits, but yeah.
Well, all right.
Well, and because it was just whey. It was just 100% whey.
Yeah.
And
sugar though. The sugar content in that shit was high.
That I don't remember.
Oh my god. I
man,
that's why I loved it. I'm not gonna I fucking bought the
That
strawberry
cookies
one.
and cream was delicious.
The strawberry one tastes like strawberry Nesquik.
I remember it tasting good.
Fuck that one up.
Or the other one that was around a lot was the FSH or FHS.
Oh no, stronger, faster, healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
SFH.
SFH. Yeah, good because everyone was like buying their protein and then like their nasty ass fish oil, the liquid fish oil that was horrendous.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you won't burp it up, and it's like, yeah, but I
like,
don't want to eat this. I'd rather burp up the shit.
Yeah. Yeah. We had like a supplier at Chicago who would come in all the time and do like the FSH stuff and to be like, you want your fish oil? Like, here's a little teaspoon. Like, have your fish oil. And everyone would be like, sure. And you see everyone go for this, like, just take it in their mouth and they're like, like, yeah, okay, yeah, it definitely tastes like orange. Like, I really taste the orange over the fish. What else?
Right
The
now.
kinesio taping was an interesting one that like was like real big and I feel it kind of fell off and it's like coming back again.
Oh, the people. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really get that if you're about to go into like a crazy ass workout.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, this piece of tape is about to keep me safe.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's bulletproof.
Nah.
The kinesio taping was a big one.
You put it all over your chest, you can go to war.
You still kind of see it a little bit, but it was like for a minute, like you see people at the games just covered in KT tape. And
I did it for my heel last week.
I don't know about this.
Well, that makes sense. You're just walking around.
I was.
Normal
Wait,
stuff.
who had KT tape?
I have it. Or I had like 2 strips left.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. But no one ever knew how to use it either, which was stupid. Like everyone fucked it up.
I just watch YouTube videos.
You pull a little bit tight at the anchor, about 50% stretch.
Pretty much, yeah.
Put it down.
Yeah.
Lay the rest of it down. Do a little, and then you're done.
Yep.
There were a lot of freaking companies that came and went, huh? Do you guys remember mile rope?
No.
So it was like a lacrosse ball, but it was like several lacrosse balls on a rope.
What?
I still have a set like at the gym. It just looked like
Anal
giant
beads?
anal beads.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that sounds like something else.
Yeah. So, man, it was them.
Let's see if we can do a little Googling. Keep going.
Oh yeah. So, drawing a blank now, but yeah, I'm trying to remember all these CrossFit companies that kind of came and went, and over the years, just because it's just kind of fun to think about. And
Let's see. Reband is still around.
Oh, the sleeves
The
and shit.
sleeves. And then Rock Tape followed up with their sleeve plus their tape.
well, do you remember RockFit and SickFit?
Sick Fit sounds more familiar. No, Rock Fit sounds more familiar.
I think RockFit was. I don't know what they used to do, but they used to kind of like.
It was. I think it was just clothing, like the ROK.
ROK, yeah.
ROK Fit, and then SickFit, same thing, right?
I don't remember Sick Fit.
I remember SickFit. Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm
probably
sure a
how
lot
I
of this
know.
was also. What is this? It's literally like I'm searching like old CrossFit companies.
R.I.P. to Pukey the Clown.
Pukey.
Oh,
Did you say Peaky?
Pukey.
Pukey the clown went. Yeah, that's right.
Do
Do you guys remember CrossFit Lonnie?
Fitness Lonnie?
Fitness Lonnie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fitness
that guy was
Lonnie,
the best.
Danny Broflex.
That's right.
Don't forget that. That was a good one.
Yeah.
There's no characters anymore. Everyone's just
Hodge twins?
no. The Hodge twins were like the bodybuilders
Oh.
and the commentary. They were like early fitness commentary channel.
They made fun of CrossFit too.
Of course they did. Everyone made fun of CrossFit.
Does. I make fun of it all the time.
That was the
Like,
cool thing to do.
Like
Make fun
I,
of CrossFit.
I'll be coaching my class, and while they're in the middle of workout, I was just like laughing at them. I'm just like, these clowns.
Oh, I do
I'm
this.
just kidding.
I do the same.
I don't have anyone do anything weird, crazy.
Crazy.
I do the same.
Ryan
Except for warm ups.
Ryan
Warm ups,
says
I do pull out some like weird shit. Like
Ryan
every
says
now and
I
again,
have to
I'll get the mats out. I'm like, all right, guys, we're doing jiu-jitsu warm up. Like we're shrimping, we're doing reverse shrimp, we're forward rolls, backward rolls, all this weird stuff.
Did you ever go to Mean Streets?
No,
Oh, you missed out on an interesting time.
did I?
Yes.
Is that Ronnie's?
Yeah. So he would never do like normal shit. Like
He also drank his own pee.
and
That's just a staple
So-
for how normal this guy was.
so like I remember doing like a warm up. Like I would go like hop in with like workouts and stuff with him. And we took a class there. Like I brought some people from my old gym, and I was like, "Hey, let's go check this out. Like interesting spot, interesting place. Like kind of well known within the CrossFit world, or infamously known." And you actually would like him.
Maybe. I don't know.
You'd like him a lot.
I don't know.
Would he like him or would he like to make fun of him?
I think you would like him. He's so not the person you think he is. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
but if you look this up, like look him up. So it used to be called Smiley Streets, way back in the day.
Well, I know there were two of them, right? There was Main Street, and then Smiley Streets was the other one.
Was the other one? But they were he got in trouble at like one of the regionals or something like that because he had the gym had a shirt that was just the barrel of a gun with like a revolver that just said, "We'll shoot you in the fucking face."
Awesome. Why would he get in trouble for that?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? There's so many. Who knows why you get in trouble for that?
Look, man,
Yeah. Anyway, but like the warm.
can't do nothing no more.
Well, this was like this would have been like 2015, maybe 2014.
Oh, so this is
Even
at Del
before
Mar.
that. Yeah, this was down in Del Mar.
Yeah. I don't remember that shirt.
This was it might have been earlier than that because he went to every regionals.
Yeah.
He competed at every single one.
Yeah.
But he but the reason why I would say you would like him is because like he had that mentality where he would like so a big thing for him was like he's like I'll do something, train up to it. He's like and I hit my goal for it. He's like I'll just move on and try and learn some other shit. And like he'll come back and he's like if I can still get like fairly close to it, perfect. And but he would like never did CrossFit per se. He would just like do a bunch of other random shit and just stay fit and be active. And then the games would come around or the open would come around. He would like coach a class, like figure out what the workout is, die by doing the workout, and then go back to work. And people would be like, well, you don't even like, because he never went to the games. So they're like, well, why are you coming if you don't have the intention of doing it? He's like, beat me. He's like, I qualified just like you did. Beat me. He's like, if you can't beat me, that's your problem, not mine.
That is a fair attitude to have.
Yeah. Which,
you know, that's actually pretty admirable, you know, to just kind of have that kind of approach, you know, just free from any kind of expectations, free from,
yeah.
And I tell people all the time, I'm like, don't get this stuff in your head where you think you're about to, you know, that you think everything's going to go your way all the time. Or, you know, we got a couple people going to a comp. I'm like, do not get it in your head that you're going to be able to do this the way you've either practiced, or you're going to be able to do this in a set. You know, hey, I'm going to do 5, you do 5, you do 3, then I'll do this and all this other stuff. I'm like, none of that happens. And this whole idea that you work on everything else, come back, and you still crush it, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah.
Like, everyone clowns on me because, like, I still do every single open workout RX. And I'm dying, falling apart. I still do pretty well.
Yeah.
And it was like, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know. Like, how do you not do it? What are you guys doing?
Well, and that was like part of like, because I asked him before, like when I first started meeting him, I was like, hey man, I was like, so you've gone to regional all the time. Like, what do you, like, how do you, like, why do you think that is? Or like, what's the case? And he was like,
Urine.
no.
Probably just doesn't care.
Well, one, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Two, he legitimately like would work on fitness in a roundabout different way. He's constantly like doing weird shit to be like, I wonder if I could do this. And then be like, I can't, let's figure it out. Right. So he's wildly athletic. But the other part was, he was like, I'll hurt more than you. He's like, I can suffer more than you can suffer. He's like, that's like 90% of the battle.
I do remember him saying that.
He's like, a lot of people are going to be stronger than me. That's fine. Like, there was an event at regionals one year where he did the minimum requirement, because he was like, he's got a fucked up shoulder at the time. I don't know if he still does. And he was like, I literally can't do anymore. He's like, because my arm will probably fall off. He's like, I have a torn labrum. I'm not trying to do this. So he figured out what the minimum requirement was, did it, and just walked off. And he was like, I'll hang out and let everyone finish their shit. And that was like what pissed most people off, because he's like, they're like, you didn't even try. He's like, I'm not trying to hurt myself.
Yeah.
Also, beat me if you want to be here. Like, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
So that's why I think you would like it. But to go back to the point is, there was always like super random workouts or like warm-ups. It was like super goofy shit. Like, it's very outside of the box, like type of stuff. And then the workouts were like also super goofy. Like, we would do like, do you know Ido Portal?
Yeah.
So we would do like, we did like something on one area, and then we did like Ido Portal's like lizard walk thing across the gym. Yeah. And then like would go to the gym and do like, I wish I could remember. It was like skin the cats, and then like something like single leg like balance thing. It was kind of goofy. It was still a good workout. But yeah, he was like trying to stress the fact, he's like, this isn't CrossFit. Like, technically it's CrossFit, but also it's not CrossFit. He's like, stop trying to like win these workouts. Cause one of the guys that I brought with was like trying to gun it. And he's like, you're whatever. He was like, you know what? You don't get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I try to stress that to a bunch of the other people too. It's like, hey, you know, a lot of the time, even like the WOD itself is not the important part of the day. That's just there to kind of, you know, get you guys some, you know, conditioning or whatever. So that the skill is, I try to mix up my skills as much as possible. Yeah, you got to do the weightlifting because people love that. You got to do, you know, your strength training because people love that. But I'd love mixing in shit like skin the cats. We get that going. We'll spend a good 30 minutes of class working on skin the cats and, you know, a different activity. I love getting, we're working on like reverse rolls, forward rolls, right? Candlestick to, you know, pistol get-ups, like all this I guess they say random, but it's not really random.
No, it's not random at all.
There are all these skills. And I constantly have, you know, I tell people like, hey, like being able to do this will just make you better at everything else. You know, it's that adaptability, right? You're able to, you know, coordination, adaptability. Hell, most of the stuff you got to be mobile enough and get that weird strength in these
kind of like extreme ranges of motion.
Yeah, in proper positions, right? I follow this coach. Oh my God, gymnastics guy.
Nick Fowler.
No, real coach. No, I'm kidding. I forgot his name, but he talks a lot about that, about getting strong in these really weird positions, right? So he'll load people up in these strange like weird squats. He'll load people up in these weird single leg positions, upside down, and whatever. And he's just like, this will help you kind of, well, one, avoid getting into those positions. Two, should you happen to get into that position, your back's not about to explode against the other wall. And three, it brings about this other kind of strength and even conditioning that is easily applicable to these more conventional movements. And I mean, granted, I can't do a lot of that if I'm not coaching a lot, the majority of the classes, right? It's kind of hard to be like, hey, you coach, here's what I worked on. Go ahead and figure that out. Like it just doesn't really work that way. It's just kind of stuff that I think a lot of us that were in the gym for a long time, spending all day in the gym, we just started to develop or, started to follow, got really bored and had to do some other stuff. You can only squat so much. You can only it's 11 years, man. Like
it gets boring at a certain point.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, and that's, I mean, going back to it, like that's the CrossFit motto, right? Constantly learn and practice new skills, right? Like acquire new abilities, essentially. And oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Regularly practice learn new skills.
Just changing it up, dude. Keeping everyone entertained. Get that brain working.
Oh, but like, it's body awareness. Like a lot of that stuff is body awareness. Like with a lot of like my clients, so CrossFit is good, but when we kind of exist a lot of times in like, I think we're a little too we give too much gratification to the members. So it's a lot of like, what do they want versus what they need. And so, and that's a lot of gyms right now.
It's a tough balance.
You have to like definitely have to like find the line. But like, it's funny, like today I was with a client and we were doing like some rotational stuff and they're like, why are we doing this? I was like, because you don't do it. Like you don't do it in your normal life. I'm like, and you definitely don't do it in the gym. Like we never twist. Yeah. I was like, and part of your issue right now is like your pain is because you lack any strength or movement here. And like at the end of it, they were like, and my back doesn't hurt anymore. I was like, crazy. I was like, it's like as if I know what I'm talking about. But like that, so that's like an interesting one. So like now that I think about that, I've incorporated a significantly more twisting and like throwing into like a lot of my client stuff because I was like, we never do this.
I see you doing a lot more like wall tosses.
Some of those are for like the more athletic people. Yeah. And then some of them are like, I want to throw some shit. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. Like, is this a de-stress day? All right, we're going to throw the ball.
Fuck, chuck what's that funny ball. Is like one of my favorite things too. We got those, I got a couple maces for free, those on it maces. And I was like, wow, people are like, hey, can you get us to do something with this stuff? And I'm like, I don't know, man, it's going to be weird. And I just started like pulling shit out of my ass. I'm like, oh yeah, like we're going to shovel this, use this, obviously like, in a lunge, shovel, doing shit like that, throwing stuff around, moving around. Dude, you hold that thing for a good 5 minutes and you're moving around, shoveling stuff.
It's hard.
Dude, my guts, like, and I say guts, I don't even say like my core. No, my guts hurt. The whole next day I woke up, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, we don't. Like, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we just don't do a lot of these irregular movements as much anymore. We don't move in unconventional ways, like you say, twisting or off balance, right? Mm-hmm. So maces, obviously has the weight on one side. Thrown over one shoulder, obviously you're off balance, or uneven weights. I just remember, maybe it was just the gym that I was at, but I remember, I remember just having a bunch of random stuff thrown in there, like that. And I don't know if HQ programmed that.
Definitely not.
Never followed them.
I know one. There's one gym that I know of that currently still does main site programs.
Who?
They're down in Inglewood.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, and I was like, what? All right, cool. Yeah. Good job. You know it is.
Yeah. I offered to program for him.
It'd be too much. That gym is the newest of people I've ever seen in my life. Like that's what they can handle. Literally.
What's HQ's programming like now? Is it simple? Is
it's the exact same thing. Like it has never changed.
Oh.
5x5 squat.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. Like like your
the simplest things.
Did you ever do the L2?
Yeah.
So it's the same stuff from like the L2, right? Like pick a modality, pick a rep scheme, go for it.
That's right. Yeah,
So
yeah,
gymnastics, a gymnastics day, a weightlifting day. There might be a conditioning day. There's maybe a mix of those two at some point in time. 3 days on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off. Go about your day.
Yeah.
L2 was rough for me. Well, coaching a group, which is kind of weird to say, but coaching the group the way they wanted me to coach the group was bizarre. I was like, they're like, oh, you got to run through this. Teach us how to push press and da-da-da-da. I'm like, dude, can I just teach you the way I teach my class? Because like that'd be over in like 2 seconds, and then if you got it, move on, and I'll just hang around with the person that's having trouble. Like I don't, we don't need to spend 20 minutes of class time going over push presses every freaking day.
Well, that's like because the L2 they don't necessarily expect you to do that way because like I've worked with or not worked with, but I've been to a gym with like very diligent like by the book CrossFit coaches, and it's never as aggressive as that is, but that's more of like, do you know the words that we're trying to have you express? Do you know ways to like modify based on like what we're teaching, right? Because it's ultimately a certification course.
I just try to talk as little as possible when I teach.
You go. See that bar?
Can you jump?
Overhead.
Yeah. Oh.
Cool.
Jump. Push.
This?
Yeah, push.
You do this?
Good. Hold it.
Perfect.
All right, we're good.
So
Have
that
fun. Don't die.
So I was coming prepared for my L2. I was like, I'm ready for this. And they, because did they do it with you where when you were doing the group and they would tell you, okay, you're going to do push press, but you can only do tactile or you can only do verbal or you can only do visual?
Yeah.
So the guy, like what was it? The guy that was doing mine, he made me stand in front because he's like, because the group that I was in, I was like, I don't think you guys have ever coached a class in my life, in their lives, because they were awful. And they might have been nervous, but whatever. But he was like, okay, you need to stand right here. He's like, you cannot, he's like, no visual, only audio. He's like, you can only, or verbally. He's like, you can only verbally cue. I think they made me do the med ball clean, which is the hardest one to do. Jesus. And I was like, all right. And I was like trying to peer over. He's like, don't you dare move. And I was like, but there's people in my way. He's like, figure it out. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever taught a med ball clean.
I've never done it before either.
Is that actually something they do? Have you ever seen that program in anything?
Yeah, I've went back at my old gym. We threw it in once.
Once?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was actually really funny to watch people try and teach it, the other coaches, because they were like, I don't know how to do this. I was like, read the fucking book. Like it's simple to teach. It's not that hard, but no, we threw it in as a warm up. Like a warm up piece because we were doing cleans that day, and I was like, I know nobody's here's ever done it. Like, let's do it.
Yeah, I had to do it for a couple of 5 a.m.ers early on in the year.
I think it's kind of funny.
I have to do this whole callback to how to teach that fucking movement.
Yeah.
The worst part is honestly teaching them not to grip the fucking ball,
not to hold it.
Yes.
No curls.
Yes, and it's just like.
That is literally it. That's the one piece because you're gonna see a bunch of people like,
yeah,
like, how do I stop it from hitting me in the face?
Smack themselves in the face.
Like just gentle touch, rotate around the ball.
Let the ball rotate. Okay.
Because that's where I was like, I would have them like get into position. I have to just hold it. I was like, okay, you move around the ball.
Yeah.
Don't move the ball around you.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh,
I get
now
it.
it makes sense.
And then they
right
don't
past
get
the
it.
curl.
Yeah, and then they don't get it. Yeah.
What about the sumo deadlift hypo?
Fucking hate that.
Literally I will never put that into a movement. I think it's one of the worst movements you can do.
So, did you coach that one? I think it was like 2 weeks ago where we had that.
No, but I heard you bitching about it.
Oh, 100%.
I did coach that one.
You guys did 5-round fight gone bad? Is that what you guys did?
It was Fight Gone Bad.
It was a slight.
It was a version of Fight Gone Bad, and the whole time we're going through the movements, and I go, all right, and now the stupidest fucking movement in CrossFit.
Yeah, and my client was even like, he's like, is he shit talking one of these movements? I was like, just let him do his thing. He needs to vent.
The
apparently.
the whole time I did it.
You're like, this stupid ass movement that we're gonna do.
And then someone goes, why do you think it's a stupid movement? I go, what functionality does this have in your everyday life?
It functions to destroy your shoulder.
Your
Pretty
back.
much. Your back.
Most of your back.
Yeah.
back.
And then, okay, and here's the other thing. I go, do not pull this to your chin. It does not need to go this high. To your breast line or your sternum.
Nipples, baby.
You know how many people I had to walk over into and go, do you know where your breast line is?
Oh, people don't know where anything is.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I heard Ryan, because I stayed for Ryan's class, he goes, to your nipples. And I was like, I should use that one. Because people know where nipples are.
Yeah, just
Tell
say
you, man,
nipples.
clip the nip.
Yep.
It's like the best cue.
The sumo deadlifts are like my least favorite of the like foundational movements. So, but also when you say functional, like things to do in your day-to-day life, half the shit that we do with these like is non-functional.
Nah, bro. Dog food cleans all day long.
Did you see that video of the one guy like
the
bracing?
Yes, do the fucking clean the fucking sandbag
in like Costco.
Yeah, I loved it.
Look,
And they all throw their arm out like her too. It's like,
but I would agree with you. But when have we ever? So I started doing my coach gave me like permission to do one of his like workouts that he does. So it's like a cardio bodybuilding style class, and we had the D balls in the workout because the other I think I'm the only person who touches those things, like for clients.
oh,
Wait, what? What are what?
The D balls.
D balls.
What the hell's a D ball?
The heavy
Just
balls.
like the heavy like rubber balls that are like 100
Not the one
pounds.
between your legs, but the big black ones. Not between your legs, but the big rubber ones.
Oh, I didn't know that's what they were called.
Yeah,
They call them dead balls because they're just filled with sand
and dead bodies.
and dead bodies. But they, so it's like the ones that people would like throw over, like huck over their shoulders and shit.
Oh, okay. They're not slam balls.
It's a slam. They're just the bigger slam balls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the same things. Those are like the 14 and 20 pound ones, but then like the bigger ones will
80s and 100s.
like the 80, 100, 50, 100, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
But so if like the cleans and stuff you talk about, dog food cleans, totally makes sense if you were ever to do anything that is like an odd object that you're trying to throw to your shoulder. But we never do anything in CrossFit that does that. We don't have enough sandbags, so we never use sandbags.
I know, that sucks.
Most gyms don't.
Sandbags is hard, man. It's like
I like sandbags. Sandbags is
I
fun.
love sandbags.
Yeah.
you can't buy one.
No.
Right? You got to buy. You can't buy 10. You got to buy more, right? Because how many different weights, right?
Right.
And then they have to be set weights because the last thing you want is people adjusting weights and then having to have more. I mean, you guys know how it is. You just don't want more things in the gym.
Right.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just one of those things that it just doesn't.
It doesn't make
I mean,
sense.
it just doesn't make sense.
Also, if you're an owner, you get the cheap bags and the cheap shit sand.
You have to. There's no freaking return on those things. You kidding me?
But there's only one sandbag at the gym.
Not our gym.
Oh yeah.
previous one.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we have a 200-pound sandbag, and I did not know it was 200 pounds
Oh,
until
shit.
I tried to pick it
And
up.
you're just like,
And then they're like, that's 200 pounds. And I'm like, no. So I picked it up, and I was like, what, bitches? Yeah, I had to go lie down for a little bit.
I had to take a break.
I had to, just full disclosure, I had to call Ryan and practice my twists.
So, but I threw in for that class. We had like the D-ball cleans, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck yeah! And I was like, guys, go grab a D-ball. And they're like, what is that? I was like, the black balls on the underneath the wall balls that no one touches.
Yeah.
I'm like, grab one of those.
Yeah.
And I like had to teach a room full of people how to do that. I was like, this is fucking upsetting that nobody knows how to do this.
Agreed.
So like, if we had more sandbags, I would love that. If we had like the D-balls, I would love to see shit like that because that actually is functional to like shit that you're going to do in real life. I can kind of get behind deadlifts. I don't know about squats. I'm not sold on that one. Like clean snatches, maybe from a body mechanic standpoint of how to produce force, like sure.
Hey, you
But,
open
like,
that sliding door, you fucking clean that bitch, and then you jerk that bitch.
I just strict press it.
Oh, it works too.
So mostly it goes because
Actually,
I'm like,
snatches help me in jiu-jitsu.
and there's arguments for snatches. Like I made a good argument for like football players to be able to do snatches. The high school disagreed with me, but it's fine.
Yeah, because I focus on his squats and deads and bench press.
I can't even talk about
Yeah.
that, but you get the gist. So I like half the shit that we do is like really non-functional in any way.
You know, it's funny. I just I just brought back battle ropes.
Oh,
Let's go,
Dude, I love those things.
I wish
hates
we
them.
had some.
Everyone hates that I do that.
Yeah, because no one can handle it for more than a couple seconds.
I'm like, guys, just relax, man. Everyone's just trying to like angrily slam this thing. I'm like, nah, man, I gotta get you some rhythm. Apparently, nobody has rhythm anywhere.
No.
I'm learning this. So yeah, I try to do. I try to mix in some funky stuff. We still do uneven farmers carries. We still do the I guess they're called landmine push presses now or whatever they're called.
Oh, with the barbell?
I call them rainbow push presses, because you just go from shoulder to shoulder.
Sure.
That's what we call them. So we try to get in all those funky things. Wall walks used to be funky until they made their way into the open, and then now everybody does wall walks.
I still hate them.
They're awful, but they're the best, dude. Like honestly, they'll wreck you. I actually did really well in that workout, which is really weird. But No.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass on that workout.
Yeah. I think what I wish we had a freaking nothing. I wish we had like a sand pit.
Just start wrestling in.
No. So when I was when I was in high school, I signed up for the Wildland Firefighting Academy. Right.
Okay.
They showed me a video of like people jumping out of a fucking helicopter to fight forest fires, and I was like, I'd be good at that. But
I could jump out of a helicopter.
I could jump out of a helicopter and fight forest fires. That's what I want to do. So anyway, I go to this academy and whatever. But one of the worst things that I've ever had to do, we were up in the hills and we had to do a hose like sprint, right? So it's all coiled up. You grab one end of the hose, you got to sprint all the way across, drag that thing, pull it back in, do a switch where you connect it to something else. That hose is coiled up, so now you got to sprint all the way back with essentially it keeps like uncoiling and get back and then reel it all the way back in.
Fuck.
It's probably about 4 minutes, and I've never thrown up so much. And like I was wrecked. I'm going up against this guy. He's like 6'3", big dude, and I'm trying to keep up with him and whatever because I can't move that thing, but. Just the act of like sprinting across like sand, dragging like a hose, I'll never forget that feeling. And I was like wrecked. My forearms were blown up, my thigh, everything was just destroyed. I'm like, dude, something so simple, But like stuff like that, I would love to, have. I would like to have a facility that has like more outdoor space that can be utilized for stuff like that. I would like to get out of the whole conventional like box.
I would love to have like a room of sleds to be able to like incorporate like sleds and shit.
I got 5 or 6.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah,
I actually might need to talk to you about something.
I got 5 sleds. Yeah, I got 5 push sleds, and then we got one that those low ones that I guess you strap on or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got sleds back in 2012, and for a really funny reason. I'm
very curious to the funny reason you bought sleds.
So we made them.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I had them made. So I designed them on whatchamacallit on SolidWorks, and then sent them to my friend, and he welded them, and we ended up with sleds.
MS Paint.
Yeah. No. SolidWorks.
Real thing.
Right?
Okay.
SolidWorks. I used real engineering. So we started off in this. The gym was a lot smaller when we first opened. And then the unit next door to us, which is twice the size, opened up. So we're like, fuck it, we could afford it. We've done pretty well. Let's roll, And it's so funny because in the old facility, we didn't have paint on the walls.
Okay.
Couldn't afford that when we opened.
Hey, sounds about right.
So, we moved next door, and I put rubber everywhere except for the whole middle of the fucking gym doesn't have any rubber. And I'm just like, damn, man, what am I doing? And I'm looking at trying to get rubber. And rubber, I don't know if you guys know this, rubber is expensive. Mm-hmm. And back then, there weren't too many places where you can get like decent rubber. Yeah, rubber flooring. And if it wasn't the rubber that'll get you, it was freight.
Oh, shit.
Dude, so it was so expensive. But somehow I just kind of was like bouncing around from, site to site, just went down this whole rabbit hole. And I come across this turf place, Turf Factory Direct.
Let's
go. I'm like, dude, I'm going with fucking turf. It was cheaper than the rubber. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And then order that, call up my buddy, send him a sled design that I had. I'm like, hey, can you make me 5 of these? He's like, I'll have them, for you. And that was it. That was in 2012. Save some money on rubber flooring by buying turf and then just make some sleds.
Save some more money to not buying a Rogue sled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we made ours. We just went to Industrial Steel Supply right there in Sun Valley, dude. Pick up all their scraps.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, we've
the early CrossFit ingenuity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there weren't a bunch of places you could buy stuff from. People today they still ask me like, oh, well, why don't you get this? I was like, they make that now? Like,
yeah, right.
What are you talking about? Like, yeah, I'm like, no, we made this. They're like, you can get these. So I had a member of our gym, man, great guy. He and his daughter go there, and she's great too. I've known her for forever now. And they made the the boxes that I guess are 3 different sizes, right?
The plyo boxes?
Yeah, but I thought plyo box just meant like it's a puzzle piece, so that's how it comes together.
Oh, it's plyometric.
Okay, so that's what's over. Okay, cool. So yeah, so the plyo boxes like that. He made them all. So I still have all these, and they're heavy as balls because
they're like reinforced and shit.
Yeah, and we didn't have like CNC machines, right, to make all those puzzle cutouts.
Yeah,
to get them to come together. So, I mean, we still have all that old stuff. Yeah, dude, like half 90% of our gym is like hand built from like a bunch of us. So yeah, I'm kind of, it's kind of amazing that like how much stuff that you can get now that, I mean, we couldn't get back in the day.
It didn't exist.
Yeah.
I went to a while ago, I went back to my first CrossFit gym, and it was, now that you say that, because like there was one of the owners was a carpenter, and so he made a bunch of the shit. And same thing, like they made all these handmade boxes, but like those handmade boxes are also like they're reinforced on the inside, right? So it's like, and I remember going to pick it up, and it was like, oh shit, like it kind of pulled me back forward. I was like, I forgot how heavy these things are. And they're like, yeah, don't forget, it's really sturdy. Like these things are gonna outlive you probably. I'm like, yeah,
looks like it.
It was like mahogany or something.
Dude, we even before, I don't know if you guys even know this, but the rigs, you couldn't get like multiple types of powder coating on them, so it was just like one standard powder coat. So we always had tape.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I don't know, because I know now like a lot of places don't tape. They have like it's that grippier powder coat on them, stuff like that. We had bars that were just stainless steel and bare. We had I bought one rig from regionals, from Functional Equipment.
Or again, faster. Remember them?
Yeah, I do remember them. That's actually who we ordered from. That's who we got most of our equipment from.
Yeah, that was like the only place at the time.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, dude, it's wild.
I had one owner yell at me because same thing, just fucking like steel bars, and so we threw tape on there because it was like fucking we're doing a bunch of pull-ups, and he fucking flipped out. He's like, "I want you to cut off all that tape." It's like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like,
dude, the steel bars are the best. Just there's this like real tiny gym in St. Louis that's their rig on the wall. It's like these just uncoated, virgin steel bars. But I was doing a workout that was like toaster bar. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, these are the grippiest bars in fucking existence.
They're just all worn in and beautiful by that point.
Oh, it was great. I was so excited. But you know what's funny? At my old gym in Los Feliz, theirs was like gloss finish paint. Mm-hmm. And so they were literally the slippiest things.
Oh, fuck.
Like, we would tape the bars, and the owner would be like, guys, what are you doing? We're like, nobody could hold on to this.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible. Like, I have grips on.
And
like,
I'm still slipping.
And I still am slipping on these bars. Like, we can't do this. At a certain point, it's almost unsafe.
We've got some of those at the gym.
There's a couple of, like, the unused ones that, like, aren't worn enough.
Fucking slick.
Yeah. The trick is all the inside ones.
Yes.
You have to go to the inside bars.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, they're attached to the wall that are falling off. So.
I fixed it. Thank you.
Well, no, there's some on the
there's
white
another
wall.
One?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
I was I think it's closer to the cub or the closet. I was like, I hopped up and I like
started to do
a
little bit.
Yeah, I started to do the kip and I hear, and I was like, oh nope, coming off.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you for
a little movement is fine.
I'll go over and find out. No,
it's just getting broken in.
Dude,
my big ass is gonna take that whole bar down with me.
It'll be fine. Like, those are pretty sturdy screws that are in there. But no, because there was one part that was a little loose, and I was like talking to like the manager, and I was like, I'll fix it. Don't worry about it. And like that day, someone comes over and they hand me this bolt, and they're like, hey, they said that you're gonna fix this, and I was like, did this just fall out of the wall? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that's not okay. I was like, all right, I guess I'll go try and fix that now.
Oh, dude, I had I was at another gym. I had a barbell, the collar fall off on me while I was deadlifting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, it sucked.
I mean,
I got all fucked up. I was like all jacked up.
Just the bar like snapped.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I think I mean, I've taken some of these bars apart before, but they have like little
like the little
stops in there, or whatever it is. Yeah, I guess those things broke or something.
It just like slid off or shot off.
Just shot right off, dude. When I was deadlifting.
That's awesome.
I'm like, yeah, I'm that strong.
Just breaking bars.
There's like 165 on there.
Dude, I see the videos of like bars like exploding or like snapping in half, and I was like, I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah,
I'm like, I want to watch that happen.
It's a Chinese bar for sure, dude.
Oh, it has to be.
Definitely.
Or that stupid brand. Guys, if you're out there, don't buy fucking shit from that RX place. Not RX Smart Gear. They're good. Something RX. But I remember they were at regionals too, and they're like, hey, you should buy one of these. You know, we'll give you one of these things. Like, oh, cool. I took that bar. That thing was bent and broken in like a week.
Jesus.
I was like, no. Them and ETC, Extreme Training Equipment.
Oh, yeah.
ETE,
bars?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ETE,
Extreme
Down
Training
south.
Equipment from,
Like Whittier or whatever.
Kudahi.
Sure.
Dog shit equipment, dude. None of that. That shit always breaks, never works.
They're good for some things. Like I bought
The
like
dumbbells
the
can
D-ball.
last.
The dumbbells are pretty decent.
I broke one of their kettlebells.
I don't know about any of the other.
How that happened, I don't know. But
Their dumbbells seem to last pretty well, even after like fucking. Oh, as long as you're not like, fucking slamming
Doing
them on the
weird
ground,
stuff.
but like
I think I don't know. I mean, they do what they do, but like I think a lot of their stuff, like you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a good idea, and then you get it, and you're like, it was a.
I mean,
fucking horrible
it's cheaper.
purchase.
It's just cheaper equipment. But it's like it's convenient too because like you can go down like it's one of the few, at least out here in like Southern California, it's like one of the few places that like you can go and get gym equipment, like physically buy it, and then walk away with it.
I'll drive to Ohio. Like,
Well, you already missed the clearance
sale,
day.
yeah.
what? I gotta. You know what? You guys gotta keep me informed on all this CrossFit stuff, man. I can't be keeping track of.
That's
any
a
of this
rogue
stuff.
thing. That's not a CrossFit thing.
Or
Their garage.
yeah,
They do their yearly garage sale.
I did not even know. Did not know.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
So yeah, so every year they do like a big clearance sale to like clear out their warehouse, but they have it set up where like there's literally a start line, and so people will like line up and they open the doors like and they're like, all right, and go. Yep. And you just watch people sprint through and they're like mine because like everything is like super dirt cheap.
Damn. All right, when are we going? I don't know what I'm gonna buy. Sleds.
I have no idea what's even on those lists.
Everything. Barbells, kettlebells.
I'm sure it's a lot, but like
it's literally everything in their warehouse.
But then you gotta take it all back, which is gonna be a huge pain in the ass.
Look, we go to Ohio, get some equipment.
That's only for lovers though. Oh,
Get
that's
get a deer. You know?
Deer.
A deer.
No, you get a deer on the way back.
On the way back.
Because that's where you're gonna drive through like Arkansas.
Yeah.
right? And you'll be able to get something from there.
You just hit one on the road. You're not
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a
you're
hunting
good.
license. You're fine.
Yeah, you go to the Midwest, you're good.
You know, bring some food back.
Yeah.
Be good.
My brother hit a deer like years ago, and it destroyed his car.
All right, we'll get a U-Haul then.
Yeah, dude, you do like a pickup. We need like a dually,
All right, we'll get a big U-Haul.
a big U-Haul. Yeah, I need something with some serious mass behind it. Take down a deer. It exploded his car. It was insane.
Damn.
Those things are solid.
Was there
Yes.
any meat left over?
Not when we were done with it. No, you don't really want to eat that.
You don't
No,
want
I'm
to eat an exploded
I'm
deer?
pretty sure he didn't kill it.
Oh. Stayed alive, huh?
You just turned
Damn
around
it.
and laughed at him. Like,
Yeah, no, dude, like you hit him and then yeah.
You fool.
But that's like they would like implode cars all the time, and then because like it's so much wilderness, like just like open areas out there,
Yeah.
and so where my brother went to school was like in like nowhere, middle of the country, and you would always say like you'd have all the signs that's like careful, there's deer, like literal deer in headlights, things happen, you just smash into it, and it's like and it like falls over, like teeters a little bit, and it's like boop, and it's gone.
It's like, all right, cool, I'm good.
Like damn it,
Yeah.
like,
they plan it that way. They're laughing at us.
yeah, for sure. They're like, hold on, here's another one. Let's go
Yeah.
fuck this.
Watch.
Like fuck. What? They're like Derek. Like watch this, and he jumps out there and jumps out, and he's like, got it. They're like, damn.
That's their Friday nights.
Yeah, just ruining people's
it's
cars.
Friday night.
It is Friday night.
Yeah, I actually work tomorrow. I think.
I have to work tomorrow too. Actually, should probably wrap this up.
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta get up early.
Well, what the hell are we here to talk about? Just feel like.
But this is essentially our episode. So.
Yeah. Hey, reminiscing. On
But the good old days.
You're
of
learning
CrossFit.
more about CrossFit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're
Thanks
teaching
for
you about
yeah,
CrossFit.
Yeah.
Thanks for teaching me about CrossFit, guys.
Yeah.
If anyone out there in Ukraine has news on like what I should be doing,
Yeah.
or what I should know.
Yeah, we'll make sure you keep you updated.
Absolutely. Send us an email.
Shoot us an email.
Do you guys even have an email?
We do. We
What
have
is
an
it?
email and a phone
This is
number.
what a wonderful segue.
Wow.
Eric, how do people find us?
You guys can reach us at our email at anotherreppodcast at wait, did I fuck that up?
No, you're right.
Yeah, anotherreppodcast@gmail.com. And then you can hit us up on our Instagram at another_rep_podcast.
And our phone number is oh shit, I just forgot it.
You guys
530 podcast. That's it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know how we got podcasts,
That was
but
impressive.
we did.
Wow.
It was very impressive.
All right. And guys, my name is Jimmy, and just send me stuff.
Yeah. Where?
Anywhere. I don't care.
Just send it and I'll find it.
Yeah.
Send it, I'll find it. And next time we're gonna dive into aliens and dinosaurs.
I love it. I cannot wait for that.
I'm gonna see.
Oh god.
I'm cool. I'm cool with this, but I need to research a little bit.
Why?
I want to come prepared.
You want to come prepared for
What are you
aliens
talking
and
about?
dinosaurs?
No,
Yes.
No.
Yes,
No.
What about alien dinosaurs?
Oh my god.
dude. We can't. We have to wait. We have to
Have you
save this.
Have you ever seen that documentary, Land of the Lost?
I seen the documentary Jurassic Park.
Oh, that
No,
one's
no. The real one is Land Before Time.
Oh, fair.
Petrie was so cute.
Oh. Littlefoot.
Yeah, it's all about Littlefoot. Allegedly.
What was the thing that tree star?
What?
The tree star. The fucking
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were looking for the tree stars.
That's right.
I haven't.
Anyway,
Because he's a
I
vegetarian.
haven't watched that documentary in a
God
long time.
we haven't got that movie in Ukraine yet.
Oh.
I only watch stuff from there, I guess. Eastern Europe. Sure. Look,
You seem like an Eastern Europe kind of
a
film-esque.
film.
Connoisseur.
A Serbian film is a great one.
Oh
That's
my
something
God.
to watch. Highly recommend.
Don't watch that.
Do you know it? Do you know
No,
what it is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Perfect. Keep
Next
it that
time.
way.
Next time.
It's effectively a snuff film.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
God.
Google that.
It's a snuff. It's a film about snuff films, kind of. So yeah, enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else?
Good night.
Good night. Good luck.
And spade and neuter your pets.
No, don't do that.
Don't do
Bad
that.
for them.
Yeah.
It's bad for them.
Tip your bartenders.
Tip your bartenders.
Nah, don't do that either.
Rate.
Pillage and plunder.
Yes.
We got a yes on one.
Perfect. All right, do that. Enjoy. All right, bye.
Bye.